You wanna smoke me? Do I look good to you? You know you like this. Come on. Just put me in your bowl. Or your bong. And just smoke me. Come on. You know you wanna smoke me. Oh, smoky. Smoky, smoky. Smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke me. Come on. Smoke me. You know you wanna smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Smoke me. Smoke me.
Hit the stream, it's time to learn. Growing green leaves, feel the burn. From seed to plant, we all take turns. Watch the green ashes return. In the chat, we're sharing dreams. Cannabis knowledge flowing in streams, lighting up our grow room beams. Harvest time is closer, it seems. Learn and burn, let's take it slow. Feel the rhythm, watch it grow. From tiny seeds to buds that show in the sunlight's golden glow. Healthy soil and water right, nurturing the plants all night. Leafy greens in morning light, standing tall, they're quite a sight. Learn and burn, let's take it slow. Feel the rhythm, watch it grow. From tiny seeds to buds that show in the sunlight's golden glow. In the chat, we're sharing dreams. Cannabis knowledge flowing in streams, lighting up our grow room beams. Harvest time is closer, it seems. Learn and burn, let's take it slow. Feel the rhythm, watch it grow. From tiny seeds to buds that show in the sunlight's golden glow. Lovely soil and water right, nurturing the plants all night. Leafy greens in morning light, standing tall, they're quite a sight. In the sunlight's golden glow. In the sunlight's golden glow. In this garden we unite, grow together, share the light. Harvest time will feel so right, in our hands a future bright. In this garden we unite, grow together, share the light. Harvest time will feel so right, in our hands a future bright. In the sunlight's golden glow. In the sunlight's golden glow. In this garden we unite, grow together, share the light. Harvest time will feel so
Good evening, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope there's not any echoes or feedback because I have lots of devices sitting here. And I'm not really sure how to turn the speakers on and off on all of them. Let me get over to the comments because there's so many already. And I'll start another song. Oh, wow. Look at everybody in here already. Oh, my goodness. Eddie's on the YouTube. Thank you, Eddie's. Thank you. Happy Saturday, Rose. Hi, Don. Happy Saturday to you, too. What's up, Rick? Jesse, Jerry, Greg. I hope all our people are doing great today, too. Joey's here. Hey, Gerald. Gerald, you should stick around. You're part of the selection today. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Pete. Hey, Martin Cumber, best driver ever is in the place. Always just in case. Hi, Sandra. Awesome to see everybody tonight. So tonight's the first night of the Learn and Burn photos. So we're going to start a selection of photo prints, and we're going to germinate them here on the live, or we're going to put them in to germinate on the live. And next week we'll be able to check on our little baby. I have 18 boxes, so I can do up to 15 different strains. I don't think I'll get all of them on the live, but at least we'll be able to put out the strains. I might not get them all. I've got a box here full of seeds. Now, actually, there's 4 boxes here. Let me bring that up for you. There's a cardboard box full, and then there's a tote full, and a full, and another box full. We're going to go through all these seeds today and pick out the best ones. Because today's whole lesson is going to be on seeds. We're going to talk about how to sort seeds, how to store seeds, how to select seeds, how to germinate, what lighting to use, how to water them, the temperature and humidity ranges that they can handle, and all the way through the first week of growth. And when we check in next week, oh, I just dropped that. When we check in next week, we will start over with the week 1 of growth. There'll be a little brief review of how we started them, but we'll go straight into week 1 of vegetative growth. And since these are photo periods, they're going to be completely different than the last Learn and Burn series with the autoflowers. And I'll try to point out the differences as we go along. Hey, PJ, thank you for just jumping in on YouTube. Oh, the music is louder than my voice. Well, the music has ended, thank goodness. Did anybody hear anything I had to say? Good evening, Steve-O. All right, well, I'll go over the overview again. We've got 18 pots to fill, so we can do up to 18 strains. We're going to select out of a few boxes of photo periods that I have and fast photos to decide which ones that we're going to grow. I'll pick most of them, but whenever I have whenever I'm on the fence between 2, you guys get to pick which 2 we're going to do. And for seeds, we're going to go over how to source them, where to get them, how to store them, how to select them for growing, how to germinate, the lighting necessary, how to water them, temperature and humidity ranges acceptable for them, and the first week of growth. Because we won't be back until next Saturday, and they'll all be little seedlings by then. I expect germination out of the 2 methods that I'm using to be 24 to 36 hours tops. If something hasn't popped open or started to germinate by then, I'm probably going to cull it out because it just doesn't have the vigor to keep up with what we're trying to do here. Hey, TJ, nice to see you. Hi, Pete. Hi, Jesse. You heard half? Well, I repeated it, so hopefully we're all there. But the first thing I want to do is go check in with the plant cam on the girl that's in the back room. And then after that, we're going to have a special guest go over this with us. So let me get the plant cam ready. I guess you guys are just going to have to walk through the house with me. This is my view from where I'm sitting. I have a bunch of seeds. I got my Root Riot cubes ready. I got a spray bottle of water, microbes, peroxide, all the good stuff. But let's go check in on this lady in here. I'll have to switch the microphone, so hopefully you can hear me still. And we're going to come look at this girl right here. This is the current freebie from the website. Let me turn it this way. We'll get a bigger view of it. This is our current freebie. This is the Double Durban and Dark Jedi Cross. And she is really frosted up quite nicely. You can see that she is turning yellow. She's fading out. But she's got nice, thick structure. Good buds all the way around. I'm super happy with her. Even her lower stuff is like super frosty. Let me see if I can get it in there. Yeah, she's doing really nice. I'm super happy with her. All right, let me go back to the other spot. Complimentary shop back in the hallway. Every grow has to have that. Every grow house should have a shop back in the hallway. Accidents happen. All right, I'm going to mute that mic so that hopefully we don't get a whole lot of squeals and whatnot. And I do need to leave this camera on, though. So I'll be able to show you some seeds here in a minute. There are some good ones down in there. Yeah. And we also have Flower Stack Attack. It's very own pork chop in the house tonight. So I think he's probably just listening and waiting for me to say, hey, come up on stage. His camera's off right now, but he'll be in here tonight. Let me go back so I can catch these comments. Nice, Jesse. I'm glad you could hear good. Evening, kind of. Hi, Jen. PJ says she had about 5 seeds that didn't pop. I don't know what time dew is, but I have plenty of double grapes, PJ, and I'll be happy to send you a bunch more. Those double grapes have been popping up super, super frosty. And if you haven't seen them on Matt Krause's page, I've been sharing some of his posts with the double grapes. They are just white with frost. They are beautiful looking. And if anybody's getting a bad echo, let me know. No, Joey, that is a half auto. So the current freebies are half autos. Half the seeds are autoflower, half the seeds are fast photo or photo. So I actually have to let that one go to sleep for 12 hours every night. Oh, I'm so glad you got your pork chop in the mail. Hey, thank you for jumping in over on YouTube and saying hello. I can use all the YouTube viewers and subscribers that I can get. So if anybody just wants to hop over there and hit subscribe, or maybe even go over there after this video and leave a comment, that would be greatly appreciated. Hi, Nick Goulet. Thomas Hargett, I just saw you over at the Freezy Fam. Oh, a Thai wind dew. Well, and you might be having some problem with your germination processes. At different times of year, it works differently. And PJ, Patricia knows from being on the commercial farm with me that sometimes conditions aren't perfect and nothing happens right. But a lot of times it's either a temperature issue or a moisture issue or a microbe issue. Awesome, Jonathan. Yeah, there's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of haters out there. Hi, Mike. How are you? Chuck Giffen's in the house. Troy Stevens in the house. Gerald Paulson's in the house. They may not have gotten warmed up enough. Or they may have been too wet. If they're too wet, they drown. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Matt. Hey, Nick. Yeah, there's a ton of people in here. Yes, thank you so much for coming in. Hi, Butter and Kayla. Oh, thank you, Gerald. We do. I personally select for frost above all else. I would rather grow trichomes than leaves and sticks. All right, so the first thing on our seeds is the source. Where do you get seeds? Where you get seeds is from reputable breeders, from friends, from cannabis that you've acquired that you liked a lot. You find a seed. If it was good cannabis and it wasn't completely full of seeds, and even if it was completely full of seeds, I would still try growing them and see what you come up with. Even if it's a cross of the plant that you liked, you have a good chance of liking it. Online, there's a lot of seed banks, and a lot of them, a lot of breeders. And some of the breeders that look like they're reputable, big name guys are actually white label distributors, and they just collect seeds from lots and lots and lots of different people, and then they label them with their name and say that they made them, and they put them out. And then there are a lot of banks like ILGM. ILGM has amazing information on their website, but their seeds have always been hit and miss, and mostly miss. Very few hits. Reputable breeders out there are everywhere. In the autoflower world, I know lots of them. And in the photo period world, we're going to be pulling some out of this box, and we'll talk about some of those breeders as we go along. But I would look to buy seeds directly from a breeder, and a breeder that you can reach out to and get answers from. If it's a big giant company that you can't get a hold of anyone, then it's not going to be as beneficial as if it's a smaller craft breeder that's willing to talk to you and walk you through it. Customer service is also another big one. If they don't have a phone number that you can call and get a hold of a real live person, then at least make sure they have a really good responsive chat. If they don't have a good responsive chat or a phone number you can reach out to, emails hit and miss, because a lot of people's emails go into spam, and a lot of emails get filled up, and then emails don't make it in there, and all of that crazy stuff when it comes to running websites. I have a hard time checking my website's email because I can't access it through my phone. I can only access it through the back end of the website, and it's a 10-step process with multiple authentications for me to get into there. So I only do it maybe twice a month. I'm super guilty. And then when I get in there, it's always full. So I know I've missed emails that weren't able to even be listed. Let me check the comments, make sure nobody's asking me a question. Direct for the breeder. Yes. Direct from the breeder. Way better. Soda seed companies, just a middleman. Yeah. Watch out for the middleman. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm a huge fan of the autos, and I'm growing these photos and fast photos with the express intent to cross them with an autoflower. And you do that over and over until you get autoflower into them 100%. "2015 is only 10 years old, so the germination rate will be lower, but I would not give up on those seeds. And if you have a hard time sprouting them, put them in the freezer for a week before you warm them up and try to sprout them. And go straight from the freezer to the refrigerator for a day or two, and then to the countertop, and see if you can't get them to sprout out if you get them around 73, 74 degrees. Yep, exactly. And storage is another big thing. Storage is going to be the second thing we talk about after sourcing. So yes, that's how fast photos came about. When you take a autoflower, which has two, let me write it on the board. Let me make it easy for us. It's called a Punnett square. And I don't know who Punnett is, but it's basically a square like this, just an X. And what you have is dominant genes for photoperiodism, which we'll make with two big P's here. And then you have recessive genes for the autoflower, and that's going to be the two little P's. So when you cross these two plants together, you get one gene from each side. So you get a big P and a little p for every single one of these. And this was supposed to be over here. So when you cross two big P's to two little p's, everyone gets a big P and a little p. The big P is dominant, so it will be a photoperiod plant, but that's how you get a fast flower. And the F1 generation is all the same. That's how fast flowers are made. So I will be making some fast photos on this round, and then I'll be taking those fast photos, big P, little p, big P, little p, and crossing them back to each other. And I'll get a big P, a big P, little p, a big P, little p, and a little p, little p. So on this round, 25% of the seeds will be autoflower. Selecting just from those 25%, I cross those little p, back to each other, and everything is little p. I know I made that last one small. Does that make any sense? Did that make sense, or should we just play another song? But this round, I will be doing some photos, full photos, big P to little p, and some of them will be a fast photo, which will be a different square. It'll be big P, and little p. So out of big P, little p, you get one big P and one little p. And then here you get little p. And here you get big P, little p. And here you get little p. Does that make sense? So the pink berry are in the box right now, Gerald Paulson. And when we go through our seed selection, which, I messed up my notes on the other side by writing those. So sources, go to a reputable breeder. You can go through a seed bank. I recommend seed banks like Multiverse. They're very, very selective on who they allow. They, in fact, lots of people I know have contacted Multiverse and said, hey, can I put my seeds up there? And they're like, no, you have to be invited. It's not a just put your stuff up here. Hey, from Ashton, Minnesota. Ashton from Minnesota. I'm glad your Garlylocks are doing well. Garlylocks is one of the staples. And then, yes, Jesse, the little p becomes 100% auto. And once you do little p to little p, everything is auto from then on. But right now, we have the freebie is the Double Durban THCV crossed with the Dark Jedi. And it is a half auto. So it is in this square over here, where half are auto and half are fast photo. And I've got two of the fast photos going in there is what we were taking a look at. Oh, Gerald, already glued to the screen. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to give free experience and advice and education, just so that I don't die knowing a bunch of stuff that nobody else got to pick my brain on. I'm just going to throw it all on the internet, make sure it's up on YouTube. I may only have 40 or 50 views on something while I'm alive, but after I die, who knows? This stuff could take off. So after you've selected a source for your seeds, you want to store them. And storage is very important. Storage needs to be cool, dark, and airtight. It also, I recommend storage to always be in a hard container. And that's because mice will find them. Mice will find them even in a hard container. But they're a lot less likely to break into them if you have them all in something like this or this. Or even this, depending on how many you have, you may only need a small case like this, or a pencil box could be sufficient. This happens to be my photo period breeding work from about 15 years. And I kept them all back then in these little coin envelopes, labeled, and there's a lot of work from a lot of time in here, and we will be selecting a few from this special box to go in there. Even though the old school stuff is not nearly as good as the new school stuff, there's some flavors and structures in here that deserve to be brought back. So we'll be going through this box as well during our selection phase. In this box here, there's a lot of autoflowers, and I don't know, the photos that are in here are fresh. They're from They're from 2001, and I had made 1,000,000 photo period seeds for a commercial farm, the one that Patricia was on. I have some of those, and I may be growing some of those. But mostly what I'm most excited to grow some of is what's in this box here. And this is the stuff that I've gotten from all of you, from all of my wonderful, wonderful people. Some of these come from my son. My son and I, Albons, actually bought these back in Colorado. Man, a long time ago. Is there a date on these? Says 10/11/2018. So these are from 2018 that we purchased. But I'm still very, very excited to put some of these in the round for Al. But it's all different stuff that people have given me, sometimes at events, sometimes they've mailed them to me. These right here say Cedarbrook, Yellow Jacket, Pig, and Sting. And I don't know who sent them to me. And I may not know if they're photo or auto. So if I can't figure out if they're photo or auto, I'm not going to be able to grow them. All right, I'm going to leave with that plant cam because I'm hearing a echo. I don't know if y'all are hearing an echo, but I am. Hey, Rose. I wouldn't store them in the refrigerator because of the moisture levels in the refrigerator. If somehow it became not airtight, they would get moist. And if they get moist, they will sprout even in the refrigerator. How will you know if your THCV, if your freebie is an auto or a photo? In 35 to 40 days, if it has not flowered, you're going to have to put it under 12/12. It will either flower under 18 hours of light or it won't. If you're getting a good 18 hours of light, which is the minimum recommended, up to 24, although 24 hours of light becomes a little bit stressful late in flower. So I like to do the light kind of on a bell curve. I start at 18, work up to 24, and then work my way back down to 18 before the harvest. That's with auto flowers. But with the photos, it's going to be a completely different run this run. Wendy just set her soil up with worm castings. Good. Oh, the Jetta Hustle is amazing. The silica packs definitely help to keep the moisture out. So any kind of a desiccant that you can use to put in there to help keep moisture out will help. You definitely don't want to add moisture. You're never too late, DJ. We love you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you haven't been disappointed yet. And a Ziploc in the fridge, as long as they're still in a vial or something that's airtight, could be okay for short-term storage. But really the best way to store them is in the dark. So I put mine in the coolest, darkest part of my house, which happens to be the master bedroom closet, is where I keep most of them. Now, the seeds that are out and for sale are just kept at room temperature. These are all 2 to 2.5 years old. They're all between 24 and 30 months old. So they're good to go, and they germinate pretty well. I know a couple people have had germination issues, but it hasn't been too many, and it's never all been on the same strain. It is beautifully frosty. I'm loving that plant. There you go. You can store them in rice. Oh, the event on the ice was amazing. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, I hope I love the beanstalk. I haven't really tried the grow dots, but I imagine that they're very, very close. So let me know about the grow dots. Sealed mason jar in the fridge. So just the problem with keeping them in the fridge is if somehow it breaks the seal, they'll get moist and they'll get wet. And I don't think keeping them cold for long periods of time is going to be that much beneficial. I'd have to look into studies. I don't know. The bro science, the the gardener in me that has popped seeds that are 20 years old says just keep them in the bottom dresser drawer, keep them in the back of the closet, keep them someplace dark, and don't put them near a heat vent, don't put them near a window, keep them away from pests. And if you can make it airtight so that they're not subject to oxygen or air, that's perfect, because they can pick up microbes along the way. And depending on where the seeds came from, they could already have fungal spores on the outside of the seed. If the mother plant was covered in powdery mildew, for example, when the seeds were harvested, then those seeds will carry the spores of the powdery mildew. And that's another reason why when we go to germinate seeds, that we use something like peroxide and sterilize them first, especially if they're from an outside source. Now, when I'm popping seeds off my wall, I know they're clean and I don't have to sterilize them. But if popping this stuff out of the box here, I take a chance of bringing in some sort of a fungal spore that I don't want to if I don't do precautions. So when you're increasing the time in the vegetative growth, by increasing the time, you can actually drive them to stretch more. And in an autoflower, you absolutely want to encourage that stretch. And with a photo period, by keeping the light really close and increasing it slowly, you can trick it into, because it's a photo period plant, you can trick it into going through certain stages of growth on your timeline. So say, for instance, you were to keep it at 18 hours of light for 4 months straight, it would grow pretty much at the same rate. But if you kept it at 18 hours of light for just 1 month straight and then started to increase the light by, say, 30 minutes a week, you would start to see that the plant would keep up with the light, that it would start increasing at the same rate. Yeah, there's one way to find out. You got to try it. You got to try it. Airtight in the fridge is not bad. It's not bad. I don't recommend it for people that are new because the moisture gets in there. And I've had seeds that weren't tight, that weren't closed tight enough, that were just in baggies that I threw in the refrigerator. And then 6 months later, I pulled them out and they had sprouted because they got moist. And if you're paying for seeds and you're only getting a couple of seeds at a time, then it's absolutely imperative that you don't put them in any sort of danger or let a mouse come and eat them all. So after storage is going to be selection. And what we're going to select in a seed is we're going to select the seeds. When you open a package of seeds, and I'll just take a pack of seeds from behind me for an example. When you open a pack of seeds, there will be some seeds that look better than others. The good looking seed is going to be uniform in shape. So it's not going to have any bulges. It's not going to have any creases. It's not going to have any dents. A good seed is going to be good in color. Now, that doesn't mean dark, but it just means that it's going to have a uniform throughout color that's not green or white. Green seeds, white seeds can pop and produce plants, but they produce more mutants than fully mature seeds. Oh, I adore you, Shirley. I absolutely adore you. So with this particular little package, I don't know if it will actually, you can probably see a little bit that there's one seed in there that's lighter colored than the others. So that would probably be the last one that I grew. Oh, but now that I'm pouring them out in my hand, they're very uniform. That must have just been a shadow. But I do see one here that is fatter than the others. And has kind of a crease on one side of it. So I would probably pick these other 5 to grow. And I would leave that fatter, bigger one out to the side. You're going to want uniformity. But even from the tiniest, ugliest little acorn grows the mighty oak tree. So I would not count any seed out of the game. Just the seeds that are not uniform and are really light in color can produce more mutations. And on the wall of seeds back here, these ones back here with all the papers in them, that's just stickers, meaning I need to make more packs of those for the website. Because I only keep what's on the website, what it says something's in stock and there's only 2 left. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be any more of that. It just means there's only 2 packages made and that I need to put stickers on bags and fill little vials. When we actually do run out of something, I pretty much let everybody know. Hey, Dale, what's up? Oh, I'm glad you're burning on that Windu cookies too. You should send me pictures of that one. Bye, Peter. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Alan. Some come, some go. In and out we are. We're at 47 people in here. That's amazing. If I could get y'all, since I made this public after we started, if I could get you guys to share it out or tag some friends, I would really, really appreciate it. We're going to go to speak on the next. Oh, we're still on selection. So selection also depends on your grow space. Do you have a tall ceiling? Do you have a wider space? Is your space taller than it is wide? Or is your space wider than it is tall? What are your limiting factors? Do you have lower light conditions? If you have a lower light condition, you want to grow indicas because they have a bigger leaf and a lot more leaf surface that are able to pick up on the low light. Sativas with the skinnier, thinner leaves can't pick up low light very well. They need more light, basically. That's why they grow best outdoors. I'm great, Robbie. How are you? Oh, nice, Phil. I still have light side left. It's right here. In fact, I have 4 packs of it. And then I've got about 10 more vials of it made up. But I have no more stickers of it. So after these 4 packs, it'll have to go with a regular label. The poster packs are almost gone. There's a few poster packs left of each one on the Star Wars Return of the Windu series. And then on the Garlylocks poster packs, I still have quite a few, but some of them are almost gone. The Dub Like a Dog, and let me see if this Dr. Manhattan is one. No, I have plenty more of those. I just ran out of bags and I had to order more, but they came in the mail today from Amazon. That's where I get these cute little jar bags. I get these on Amazon. And I thought they would be cute because after you grow, you can put weed in them. They'll hold at least a little 8 and show it off and look cute. Oh, thank you for sharing me. Well, I hope you had a good dinner, Robbie. We're doing great, Alan. Oh, Grape Windu. That whole Dark Jedi series has some really nice colors in it. Really nice colors in it. A lot of purples, a lot of lavender to dark purple. But the Garlylock side has some beautiful pinks and burnt oranges. Howdy, Buckeye. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, don't forget to smash the like, smash the love. Check it out on YouTube. I do have the Discord server up and going, and there's a permanent link. You can go look on my profile. I made a post about it yesterday, I think, and I don't overly post a bunch, so it won't be hard to scroll down to find it even a week from now. But go check out the Discord service because there's a lot of cool pictures of each of the strain lines in there. And you can go to the dominant parent like the Garlylocks or the Grimy Bubblegum or the Dark Jedi or the Double Grape and see all the different crosses from it and how they look. Yes, purple as fuck. Oh, Jitty, you're lucky you got that Chemical Christmas. That was limited release. There was not very many of those, and those were fire. In fact, I have saved myself 2 packs of it for myself. I found them today when I was looking around for seeds. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I love it when they're all psychedelic on the inside. That lets me know for sure that they're going to be good. Yeah, germination we're going to talk about when I start actually germinating a few of these. We're going to go through and select some. And if anybody remembers where I got the strains Yellow Jacket, Pig, or Sting, let me know. Because I'm not sure where these came from. And without knowing if they're auto or photo, I'm assuming they're photo. There's a lot of seeds in big vials. I'm going to put them off to the side. I really want to try stuff that the customers have brought to me. I have, this one, we're going to have to open this one. If we get 50 people, I'll open this one. This one's very exciting. We need 8 more people and I'll open that one. This one here is from, it's from Duluth, Minnesota. And I'll bet you that this package here has a cute little note from Gerald. And I have saved this letter, Gerald. I'm going to frame it. I love this to death. I didn't want to take it out of this package until I got these seeds out. But Gerald was kind enough to mail me back all the empties. And then one of them, he actually added seeds to. So I have the pink berry, and it says 8 regular photos. So this one can get planted in this new round of 18. I'm going to put those out to the side. This is amazing. Super amazing. And this I'm going to put up here so I can recycle the bags like a good hippie. And I'm going to frame that letter because it's super touching. I would read it to y'all, but I would just cry my eyes off. And nobody wants that. This is from Alex Jordan from Mythic Genetics. There's a couple of these Mythic packs in here, but I do not know if they're photo or auto. Does he only do photos or does he do autos? Who knows? So there's a Grape Funk in here, which is Frostbolt times Grape Tank. And there's PB and Apples, which is Frostbolt times Apple Slaps. Does anybody know Mythic Genetics if these are photos or autos? I absolutely do. Clone, you spilling the beans already? All right. He's right. He's right. It's Big Dog. It's Big Dog. Woo, woo, woo. Big Dog's in the house. And the whole reason we're doing this fast photo run is for these big dogs. But we're going to let everybody else get in on the fun too. And if you happen to know, Amy says these are photos, only photo. All right. Then he's in the running. We might have to pop some of these Mythic Genetics and see how they do side by side with the big dogs and the pink berries. All right. This is easy. We've got 3 already. What is this package? This package is from Jeffrey Stoll in Wisconsin. Oh, it doesn't say. Man, is there a note? Oh, no, there's no note. Let's look inside and see if there's anything inside of here that tells me what's inside of here. Yeah. They got them sealed up like Fort Knox. At least I don't think any spores got in there. Oh, they are marked inside. Okay, what's this first one? Upside down pineapple cake. It says 45-day flower. And these are from Jeffrey Stolt. Does anybody know if these are photos or autos? I've got upside down pineapple cake. And I've got Mystery Machine. Oh, I've heard good things about these. I'm going to set these 2 aside. And I'm going to contact Jeffrey myself and find out. Because if these are photos or fast photos, I would love to get the Mystery Machine in on this round. Because Lord knows I love some Scooby snacks. So I'm going to put these up here in the maybe section. There's still more from customers in here. This one is from Ray And these are going to be, I don't know what they are yet. Let me get it open. I know I've opened it before. This was a very clever mailing technique. This is a cardboard with cardboard cutouts. And what's in here, these are regular photos. And they're all from 333 Genetics. I have Crazy Ape, I have Turpentine, and I have Captain Crunch. I think that says Crunts, Captain Crunts. All right. We might have to throw one of these in there since they're 333 Genetics. Hey, the next grow. Nice to see you in here. You just like regular snacks? Oh, Spencer's in here. Spencer Beans doesn't have a site yet. You can contact him directly for beans, or you can find 2 of his strains are on my website for him. I have the Snowberry and the Blue Dragon. I think those are the ones I have. Yeah, I have Blue Dragon and Snowberry available on the website for Spencer. And it is buy one, get one during the live stream. And usually for a few hours after. It'll probably be buy one, get one till midnight because I'll get too lazy to look at it and I'll just do it till morning. Or do it till, for everything that fell on this date after we started the live stream. I have a SoFem in here. I'm pretty sure it's an autoflower, so I'm going to leave that one. The 333 Genetics are definitely in the running. We're going to pull those off to the side. And there's not going to be any room for my old school stuff. All right, I know there's something in here I absolutely have to do. Man, there's so many of these to go through. So many people have given me packs. So here's the here's a Gorilla Glue cross, the Blue Glue Auto, but they're autos. Oh, I want to do those too. A lot of these probably are autos. Auto. I don't know what's in this one. We'll have to open this one to see. Autos. Well, I'm going to have to do this again for another tent. Autos. This Orange Widow Chocolate Mimosa is not an auto. Definitely not an auto. Gosh. I don't even know. It's got my writing, but I don't even know. These all have my writing, but I don't know. All right. These 3 I know for sure. I want to pick one of those with y'all. What else is in here on the side? Regular Gorilla Glue. I was so happy to meet those folks. The ayahuasca purple and white runts is an amazing one. Here's a fast photo that I'm definitely going to do. I'm pretty sure that it's a, this might be a Garly Locks cross to a critical. It's Critical Locks from Phenofiends. This is a fast photo, so this definitely can go into the file. This Perfect Dark is Super Boof and Trop Cherry. I think this is a photo from SoFem. I'm not sure. Does anybody know if the Perfect Dark is photo or auto? Hi, Doc. How are you doing today? Thank you for stopping in. I'm not watching the comments, and I almost missed you that were here. Where are you at, Doc? You two have a very, very beautiful day. Yes, yes. That upside down cake. Yeah, that dragon fruit is the one he sent me just for me to do. Hydrox. Well, the only one I have right now is the Perfect Dark, and I'll put it aside. We'll check on it and see if it's a photo or not. These in here. Oh, this is the SoFem. Never mind. Never mind. Those are auto. Those are auto. All right, let's open this one and see what's in here. Well, it's got a bunch of stickers. A bunch of stickers. And then it has Happy Bird seed. Happy birds fly high. Pink Bellini and Lulapai. I would have to check them out. Pink Bellini and Lulapai. Auto. Well, I'm starting the run now, so it would be too late to get it. Perfect Dark is a photo. Perfect. Perfect Dark is in the running then. There's no coupon code for the BOGO. It's automatic and it's dealer's choice. But I do make I try to make it the same family. So if you got one of the double grape crosses, the freebie would be another double grape cross. If you get a multi-pack of something, then you'll get another multi-pack of something that's at least kind of similar. So I don't know about these two. I'm going to throw those back for now. Out of these, the Bank Genetics from Colorado, I'm definitely going to do, what I have here is the 92 Afghan Ghost. I have the Bobblehead. And I have the Windu OG. I would love to do all three of these. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I might have to pick the Afghan Ghost and the Windu OG and save the bobbleheads. Yeah, because I can't do all of them. How many do I have here already? There's two in there. There's 1, 2, at least one from this guy. 3, 4. I have to do all of these, and I think there's 3 of these. So 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 of 18 so far. So I can pick out 8 more. For sure, some of them are coming out of here. Wody Tribe is coming out of this bag. Where are you at, Wody? Oh, there's a Dream Bean in here. Oh my goodness, but I can't tell what Dream Bean it is. Wow. If we have any Dream Bean fans in here and you have an idea which one this is, I can't tell. I can shoot a picture to Derek, but this is definitely an autoflower, so that's got to be on a different run. Wody Tribe right here. The Wody Tribe from Nerds is definitely going in this round. Even if, well, I better save that for my son. Maybe I'll do the Tinker Dick Qual. I'll do the Tinker Dick. And it really is called Tinker Dick. I still don't see Pork Chop in there. The Zeitgeist. Some Ethos. Some Cherry Grunts. The Wody Tribe is amazing. This is a Papaya F2. from Phantom Seeds. Maybe that papaya. But yeah, I'm going to do something with this Dream Bean. My son just brought me these. And some of them I had before, and some of them he saved for me. But I'm definitely going to use that Dream Bean. All right, so let's get in the old box. Let me check the comments real quick. Oh, 10 inches of snow in Duluth. That's crazy. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, it's automatic if you order today, between now and Monday, or midnight. I do not know if we'll drop that designer drugs. You know, all my trophy strains are not out there either. Two of my trophies come from the Titanic Three Bears OG, and I've never released that one. Some of us don't release the really good stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. What's not working? You don't get to pick the freebies. Whatever you order, if you order 1 pack, you'll get 2. If you order 3 packs, you'll get 6. If you order 10 packs, you'll get 20. Whatever, for every pack you order, I'm going to throw in an extra one for free off the wall. I do it when we package. Hello, Tom. I can't wait till you go back to Colombia so you can send me more beautiful videos. Oh, you're fine, Jamie. I'm glad to have you here. Spencer, I am going through mail that was sent to me. I'm looking for photo period strains for the fast photo run that we're starting tonight. I'm going to throw a bunch into these Root Riot cubes in a dome here, and we're starting fast photos for the new Learn and Burn. I don't know how long this Learn and Burn will be. I'm not going to let these photos get huge before I flip them. So hopefully we can get through this in about 14 weeks. Yeah, picking out photos to grow. Nugs needs pets. If you ordered today, you're still on the BOGO. Don't worry about it. Yeah, and you don't get double of the same seed that you ordered. So if you want 2 of the same thing, order 2 of that, and then you'll get 2 of something different. Oh, Nugs is napping on the couch. He did have a wonderful time at the parade, though. All right, so let's get in this last box. This is an old box. It's covered in stickers, and it's old. But I am going to pick a couple out of this really old box. And this little baggie says personal, meaning I don't share these with anyone. So let me go in there first and see what I see. AK-47 and Wineberry. Old school Master OG. Citrix was nice. Julius Caesar. Oh, I don't know if there's any seeds left in that. Oh, the original Super Silver Haze Cross. Before it became Super Silver Harlequin Haze. Some old Bubba Kush. Silver Caesar. Bubba Head. Acapulco Gold. Lemon Romulan. Oh, I did love the Romulans. I'm going to say... Man, I think there's only like 2 seeds left in this envelope. Let me look. Oh, no, there's 6 seeds in here, but 3 of them are probably no good. 4 of them are no good. So 2 of them are good. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give the Julius Caesar another go because I really, really liked that. But hold on. I'm going to put it to the side. It's a possibility, the Julius Caesar. The AK-47 and Wineberry is too long of a flower. The Master Kush, Bubba Kush, they were good. They were a staple in the grow for a long, long time. But those I think I'll keep longer. I do have some Girl Scout cookies. I have the Sour Zebra, which is Purple Zebra and Sour Diesel. That's a good plant. Man, I might have to do some Sour Zebra. That's going in the pile too. Silver Caesar Cheesy Fino. Silver Caesar Fruity Fino. That's a winner. The Silver Caesar with Fruity Fino is going in. And that is the Julius Caesar cross to the Super Silver Haze. Got Crowbar and DJ's Blueberry. Halls Valley Purple, Grapehead, Mimosa, Pre-93 Master Kush, the Chem Dog Strawberry Las Vegas Bubba Kush. Man, and those are a thing. Somewhere in here, I have this this crossed with blueberry. Let me see if I could find the blueberry cross of that. Yep, it's right here. I'll grow this one for sure, for sure. Skywalker Kush, Sour Wedding Cake, Mazar, Blue Orca Haze, Grape Slurpee. Concrete Kush has always been an amazing plant. It's really just a renamed chocolate chunk from back in the day. Here's the actual Sour Zebra, which is the Purple Zebra and Sour Diesel. This is the first batch. Let's put those off to the side. More Julius Caesar, OG Cream, Kimberry Kush, the Purple Zebra RKS from Mexico, a Colombian Sativa. That would be cool, a Colombian Sativa. But, all right. But not. Oh, man, I got to do something with these. These are in the next auto round. I need to pull those out and put them somewhere. All right, so the Sour Zebra is going to make it for sure. The Chem Dog Strawberry Las Vegas Bubba Kush with DJ Shorts Blueberry. And the Silver Caesar Fruity Fino. So there's 4 of those. And that's 5. So how many did I need? Well, I only needed 8, and some of those have more than one. So 5 is fine because I'll be able to get more than one strain out of some of the ones that people sent me. I didn't even open this little bitty one, but this little bitty one, I don't know. That was a nice plant, though. That was Full Metal Jacket. It was a nice plant. Astro Champ. Some blueberry cookies from Dynafem. There's another blueberry cookies from Dynafem. All right. I got a couple blueberries going. Let's do the blueberry. There's a blueberry gum and a blueberry gum. All right. All right, so I got a couple, I got blueberry gum from G13 Labs and blueberry cookies from Dynafem. And we'll see how those go in the round. All right, so we've selected. We have plenty of seeds. Let me go back and check out some of these. They are good memories. I look at them and I'm like, oh, I remember this plant. We're going to need a pork chop strain. How about blueberries and pork chops? Or pork chops, blueberries? I don't know. We'll see what's happening. Oh, that's cool, Spencer. I'm definitely a weed nerd. Just missing nugs. let me grab some let me grab a little bit of nugs. We'll get some nuggy love in here. Come here, nugs. Come here and say hi to the people. You can wake up for a minute. You want to wake up for a minute? You want to show your dragon? He went to the St. Patrick's Day parade and he went to Irish Fest and he got this amazing dragon with the super cool wings and the giant long tail. It's handmade. I cannot remember the beautiful lady's name that made it, but he's only chewed on one wing so far. He's got a little damage right here, but he's doing pretty good. He's only chewed on the one wing. And he's probably just waiting to go outside. You want to go outside? Yeah. All right. I'll open this door for you. Let me move these seeds. There you go, Bubba. Come on. Yeah, come around the chair here. I know, it's close. All right. He's going outside to hunt bugs or bunnies or something. Is there more light with it open? I don't mind the fresh air at all. Still 37 people in the building hanging in with me. All right, so we're going to talk about germination. Germination can be done lots of different ways. Paper towel method is super popular. If you're going to use the paper towel method, I've got a couple of tricks. Just make sure you use like a spray bottle to get it wet, and then make sure that you press it on a dry towel to get all the extra water out. The next tip for using the paper towel, let me get behind here. It fell over. Is to go ahead and add some extra microbes, some of these mycorrhizae. This is Myco's brand. Go ahead and add some of this beneficial fungus right to the paper towel when you start the seeds. And it is a good idea to put the seeds into a cup of water, a little cup, that has some peroxide in it, and let it soak in there for 30 minutes or so before you put them in the paper towel. And that'll help kill off any kind of mold spores or nasty microbes that might be on the seed to begin with, like pythium or botrytis or powdery mildew, any of those things. The most popular way for me in the last many years since these been invented to start seeds or do clones is to use these root ride cubes right here. They're absolutely super simple. Basically, all that I'm going to do is pour my seeds out onto a napkin. I'm going to spray them with a little peroxide and water. This is a little extra strong, so you don't have to let it soak for 30 minutes. But I'm going to spray them with this peroxide. I'm going to wait a minute or two. I'm going to spray them with the water can to kind of rinse them off a little. And then I'm going to put them straight into the root riot cube. But all the while that I'm doing this, I'm going to keep my fingers dipped into the mycorrhizae so that the mycorrhizae is the first thing that touches the seed. And the root riot cubes do come with a little bit of good microorganisms in them already. One of the tips for using the cube is don't poke the seed way down in the bottom of the cube. Just poke it barely down in there, just enough so that it's not sitting on top. And that way you can keep an eye on it. You actually want to make sure that the seed is, if it's possible, you want to make sure that the seed is pointy end up, because the root's going to come up and make a little curl and then go back down, and then it'll push the head up, and that's what pops the shell off. If you put the seed in sideways or upside down, they can take longer to actually sprout because they're doing the curly cue in there. And then sometimes if they're like sideways, they'll sprout and the shell won't come off just because there wasn't enough flicker action in there. But yeah, root riot. Pig dick. Everybody's coming up with names. Pigs in a blanket, roasted boar. Well, let's bring the roasted boar himself up here. Welcome, pork chop. You know these names with the strain? Pigs in a blanket,
I'm down, man. Let's do it.
pig's ear.
I honestly, my personal favorite I've seen was pork chops and slapple sauce.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
We could do a pork chop strain. You've got the giggle shits, and we could put it with slapple. I have the slapple strain.
Hell yeah.
That would work. That would work.
I am absolutely down. Hopefully one day a giggle shits auto. No?
Yeah. Well, let me think. No, the slapple is an auto, but the giggle shits is a photo. So they would be fast photos.
That'll be awesome.
We just went through the pundit square lesson at the beginning of the live, and as long as the giggle shits isn't already a fast photo, if it is, then it'll make 25% auto flowers.
I don't think it's anywhere close to being a fast photo, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's probably a regular photo period.
100%. I should have F1s. I'll be picking them up Monday.
Yeah, pork chops and slapple sauce.
How did up north go?
Up north went pretty well. I'm probably gonna have to do another live stream to like address all that Canaverse drama on its own. But
What happened now?
I'm confident in my position, and you know, if it's not my vibe, it's not my tribe. I let it go.
Right.
No, you cannot tell the difference looking at a seed, whether it's auto or photo. And
Yes, you can. I do it all the time. No.
now don't be teasing the people.
I'm sorry, I'm lying. No.
All right, well, you need to pick out all the female seeds for me too.
I need to.
No, that's also a myth. There's a myth that if the
Oh.
end of the seed is round, it's a male, and if it's oval, it's a female, something like that. But that's absolutely not true. No more than can you tell whether it's a chicken or a rooster from the outside of the egg. Can you tell what's going on inside of that seed?
Nobody's man. Nobody's got jokes on it. I thought somebody was gonna hit on it. I guess I'll be good and leave it alone.
Well, yeah. So
pork chop. And no, I can't promote any kind of, no more sexual nudity or any of that bullshit. So
have you been reported again for that nudity stuff? I told you to put your shirt on when you're outside.
Look, straight up, tits and all. That's how I come. Just saying, yeah, that's what I got reported for. Specifically cannabis, and then sexual nudity and content. Sexual content and nudity.
I've gotten that when I talk about breeding.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
They gave me the sexual content when I posted a bunch of plants and said it's time to get naked and hang upside down. And they hit me for that one. And I contested it. And then they came back and they said, oh, you're right. That's not sexual. That's cannabis. You still in jail.
So some of it's just ridiculous, man.
But at least get me on the right category, please.
That's all I was asking. If I'm going to get chopped for something, might as well get chopped for something I actually did.
Yeah.
So coming up next Sunday, y'all, I'll be on my live in my banana hammock. Tune in. No, I'm just kidding. That shit ain't happening.
No OnlyFans account needed. You can see it all right here hanging out on Facebook.
Oh, man. So what's up? What are we doing?
They could probably get me for a hairy armpit here. Well,
man, don't tempt nobody. You know there's somebody dumb enough out there to try it. My goodness. My goodness.
Ann said she didn't know I was still that flexible.
What's what are you going through this evening? This is all like
I'm
followers sent
starting a
stuff
new
in?
round of photos and fast photos. So this is the first learn and burn for the photos and fast photos. And what
Nice.
we did tonight was talk about seeds. I've got 18 pots, so I can do 18 strains. And we talked about how to source seeds, how to store seeds, how to select the best seeds out of your group of 3 to 5 seeds that you have to grow. We talked about germination. We haven't talked a lot about lighting yet. The difference between lighting on autoflowers and photoperiods is on photoperiods, you do want the light closer because they will get real lanky and fall over. But you can always do the same trick you do with your autoflowers that you're trying to stretch and just mound a little soil around that seedling and let him rip and burn. Too much light does inhibit seedling growth. So you want to keep it at a light diet because they're a small plant and light is food. So you need to think of it as feeding the leaves the light. You need more light when you have more leaves. You need less light when you have less leaves. So after you've defoliated once or twice and you're in flower and you don't have a whole lot of big fan leaves, a big strong light's not going to help you. It's just going to burn your buds.
Yep.
Temperature and whatever I put. Oh, watering. Watering was next. We didn't talk about watering seedlings. So for watering seedlings, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you water with a spray bottle or that you bottom water by setting your little containers into a small tray of water. Let it sit there 5 minutes and pull it back out. Shake out the excess water and put it to the side. You don't want to water close to the stem of a seedling because you can cause it to dampen off. So you want to water a circle around it. You can even put a clear plastic cup over your seedling for a little dome to keep its humidity up. And then don't even move the cup when you go to water. Just pour the water on the cup. It'll pour down the edges and it'll be in the exact right spot for the seed. The spray bottle works well because if you spray the top of your soil pretty well, it also helps increase humidity around the seed if you're not using a little dome. If you need to create humidity and you don't have a dome, you can always hang a wet towel in your little seedling area. Or if you're using a dome and it's still not staying humid enough, you can actually just take your domes off daily and spray the inside of them and put them back on. And that'll create a high humidity environment for a while. Hey, Novus Homegrower is in here. I want to give a shout out to Novus Homegrower over on YouTube. If you have not checked him out, it's amazing. He's doing a 1 foot by 2 foot grow, literally on top of a little tabletop in a window with very little light, and he's banging it out.
That's
Banging
awesome.
it out. He's got one of those old Aero gardens with the cool little grow light on it. And he's taken the grow light off and put it up above the Aero garden because the plants already outgrew the height of the light. That was going to happen immediately. But
Nice.
he's got grimy bubble gums going, and I'm always looking forward to watching all of your videos. Yes, he's up in Minnesota, and I'm super thrilled with watching the progress of all his little short videos. They don't take an hour and a half to watch like mine do. They're real short, and you can get through a whole bunch of them. You could probably watch them all in an hour.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I want to see the windowsill grow.
There's Alex Jordan. We could ask the man himself. You sent me some Mythic Genetics, and I thought I set them over to the side right here. And everyone says that these are photo period, the grape funk and the PB and apples. I'm starting a photo period fast photo run, and I need to know for sure these are photos or fast photo. And they say feminized, so I know they're female, but I just need to know their light cycle. Yeah, he's growing on a little desk, just a little bitty desk, and he's got some reflection. He's using a combination of sunlight, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It proves, hands down, it doesn't take a lot of money, a lot of space, or a lot of equipment to grow yourself a little plant and have a really good time doing it. Hi, from Stanstone.
Sandstone, Virginia.
Sandstone, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
About half these people are in Minnesota. I'm loving Minnesota, the culture, the growers, the people up there. They came on board around the same time. They went legal about the same time I opened the website.
Nice.
And so I've been helping them and going up there and doing classes for quite a while now, and I absolutely love it.
I'm glad you're having fun up there because I would enjoy it in the summertime. But man, their winters, no way. Oh,
Worcester, Massachusetts is in the house.
yo, it's pronounced Worcester.
Worcester?
Get after whoever's from Worcester. Get after Nancy. She said
Worcester.
it totally wrong.
I never been to Massachusetts. I haven't really been to the East Coast. I went to the Smoky Mountains one time, and it was just fog. I couldn't see a mountain one, so we turned around and went back. I have been to Florida, like the beaches and the Hard Rock down there is pretty cool.
And my dad's from Worcester.
Worcester. Okay.
Man, the first time I went up there, like I've never been up there before trucking. When I was young, I went up there and called them Worcester. Holy man, they about whooped my big ass.
Minnesota. There's a Missouri. There's a hello from Virginia. Dwayne Reed's in Virginia. Hello in Virginia. Pork chops in Virginia.
Hell yeah, where you at, buddy?
There's a Florida. I did say once you can just grow it in a windowsill. And if the weather gets good, you just move it out on the porch. That I only have photos? No, I'm mainly autoflowers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photo periods on the website right now and 1 fast photo. But I'm working on a line of fast photos next, and we're gonna get these amazing big dogs. I didn't open the big dogs because somebody spilled the beans on it. But the whole reason we're doing the photo run is for the big dog exotics.
Nice.
And we're going to do the Sugar Queen 2.0. I'm going to shut this door so you guys can see better. We're going to do the Sugar Queen. We're going to do this King of Kings. We're going to do God Grapes. And we're going to do the one that I've waited and waited for, the Godfather OG.
Rad. That is
And a bunch of these are going to be CBD dominant, so I'll be able to add CBD into the autoflower strains as well. Putting the THCV into this last round, I have more THCV crosses to bring out. The THCV, excellent cannabinoid. I think the more cannabinoids that you can get into a plant, the better overall effects that you can get from it. There's no reason why smoking cannabis should only get you high or only relieve your inflammation or only do this or that. The cannabis plant has room for all the cannabinoids, and it can do all those wonderful things at one time for you. Especially if you get it in the right ratios. You know, everybody's always looking for a 1-to-1 CBD or a 2-to-1 CBD because they know that those ratios work better than CBD alone or THC alone. In fact, there's even studies that have shown that CBD by itself quits working after a while, and they have to add THC to get the same effects.
Well, I mean, I've never understood. I know it's a marketing campaign with Delta 8s and 9s, but to theorize that one compound out of all that is what you're truly extracting and benefiting all the benefits from, no way. Like, the thing that makes up cannabis is every aspect of each compound and how it interacts with the other. I mean,
I saw the Texas ban on THCA, and that was a loophole that needed to be closed anyway.
they're trying to do it here in Virginia.
It's the same with the Delta 8 and the Delta 10 that's derived from hemp. The government was dumb about the plant, and they only outlawed one molecule, and it's a volatile organic compound that's ever changing. And even if you have only THCA in a product, if you leave it in the hot car for 4 or 5 hours, it's Delta 9 anyway. Once it becomes decarboxylized, heated either through fire or just through ambient temperature, it's going to change its molecular structure. So for them to say only this molecule in this state is the one that's no good, that was stupid.
I mean, Yeah, their reasoning behind it's crazy. It
The
really
big the big dog crosses will be fast photo to start with.
nice.
Yeah, energy, pain, and anxiety would be epic. The THCP is next on the list, Jay. I'm definitely looking for the THCP. The favorite strain I have right now on the website is the 4-leaf clover or the 4-tailed skunk. So the 4-leaf clover is an Emerald Fire OG cross that just tastes amazing. But the 4-tailed skunk is the 4-leaf clover crossed to the THCV skunk. Of course, the government is dumb about the plant. Yeah. Well, they're not dumb about everything, but anytime you have a governing body like a legislature that's expected to make rules and laws about everything, they can't possibly have a working knowledge of everything they're making rules and laws about. Just like when I was younger, I used to be really upset. I thought the police needed to know the law to enforce the law, that there should be some law that says policemen have to know what the law is.
Nope.
But there is no law that says the police have to know the law. They just have to cite a code that fits or is close to what you've done. And they're pretty good at coming up with those codes. And now with AI, they can just ask their phone, Siri. Hey, Roger Doris. Nice to see you. Nice to see you tonight. I really appreciate everybody tuning in all the time. So the next thing on here is temperatures and humidity. So for seedlings, you want your temperatures to be between 72 and 78 degrees. It can be a little warmer, especially if you're starting them outside, and it can be a little cooler. If it's under 72, it's just going to take longer for them to sprout. And if it's too hot, you can cook them. They're wet, and if they get too warm, like a 200-degree greenhouse over 4 or 5 days, will cook your seeds to mush. Yeah, the skunk is a terpene that everyone's looking for to have come back again. Unfortunately, no one wanted to go to prison, so we killed them all off like that. I mean, they were worse than males. The way people pull males out of their gardens now, we would pull skunk plants when they were only 4 inches tall because we could smell them already. I hope you get a pink one too, Novus Grower. I really do. That pink phenotype of the grimy bubblegum is one of the most beautiful plants I've ever seen. But we have some really pink phenotypes coming out right now. And I think they were in the Windu-Dosi Dub. I think has thrown some really nice pink fades here lately. Yeah, your clones can be outside, Roger. Now, it's just now 12:12. We have about 12 hours and 2 minutes of daylight right now, and it's going to increase by a couple of minutes every day. So if you put out a sexually mature clone at this point, like from a mother plant that was sexually mature, it will just start to flower right away. So be careful with the clones outside. At least find a way to interrupt that dark cycle. All you need to do is interrupt it for 30, 45 minutes to an hour, and you'll be fine. The chemical that the plant builds up in order to produce flowers takes a certain amount of uninterrupted darkness. And for some reason, outdoor plants don't seem to count the moon or street lights or house lights as being enough light. So if you're going to interrupt their light, be prepared to do it with something like you can use job site lighting, you can use mechanics lights, you can use stadium lights, but it's going to have to be a strong enough light. What zone are you in? You mean me, Daryl? I'm in Oklahoma, so I'm in zone what, like 6 or 7?
Yeah, I'm in 7A where I'm at.
Oh, I can't wait either, Roger. Yeah, Roger's got his lights on outside for 6 hours at night. And that's the only way that you can keep stuff from flowering if you put it out right now. Or you can put out an immature seedling and it won't start flowering for at least 6 weeks. And 6 weeks from now, I mean, if you're getting 2 minutes a day, that's another 42.84. That's going to be at 13, a little over 13 hours of light. That's pushing it. I mean, you still 6 weeks from now might have flowering plants if you put them out. Pretty much all the way up to the middle of May is a risk that they can flower. Hey, Jeffrey Stolt. We also, I believe, have, don't I have some up here from Jeffrey as well? I'm pretty sure. Okay, Jeffrey. I'm going to ask you a trick question. I need to know, I finally opened the envelope you sent me, and I just need to know if these are photos, autos, or fast photos. And I have Mystery Machine, and I have Upside Down Pineapple Cake. Are these autos or photos? They came in this little can. I hope I'm shaking a memory. You should know what the Mystery Machine is. Now I'm watching carefully for my answer. Jeffrey says, sure. Well, that's not exactly an answer. Auto or photo for the Mystery Machine and the Pineapple Upside Down Cake? Because I'm doing a photo period fast photo round right now. Both photos. Amazing. Sweet. So they made the cut. We're going to get some of these into the new photo round. And I'll probably jack around on here long enough that I'll be starving, hungry, and have to go eat after this. So I probably won't actually stick all my seeds in cubes until in the morning. Yeah, I noticed it said 45-day flower. That's why I was like, I have to ask if these are photos or not, because that sounds kind of like an auto flower. Could they possibly be fast photos, Jeffrey? If they're fast photos and I hit them with the auto pollen, then I'm going to get 25% autos out of the progeny. Yeah, you're smart, and wait till May. Camp Ruderalis. Where you didn't go to? Oh, you're reading on the back. That was Camp Ruderalis. I forgot it's in the background. I was like, did I meet you at the Auto Cup? Speaking of the Auto Cup is coming up on May 10th. And I cannot wait. I really, really hope to have some people represent out there and enter some of my strains this year. That just would be absolutely amazing.
Where's it at?
It's in LA.
Nice.
It's the American Autoflower Cup. The World Cup just happened. They just had the World Cup. It happened alongside of Spannabis in Spain.
Nice.
In Barcelona.
That would be rad.
All right, Mystery Machine it is. Mystery Machine it is. If I have to pick one of the two, I'm going to pick the Mystery Machine just because Jeffrey recommended it. And I do have lots and lots of breeders out there and, just getting started breeders. And anytime that you want to throw me something, I can't promise to plant it right away. But when that kind of a round comes around, I'll definitely try to throw it in, especially if you're still around and can tell me if it's photo or auto or fem or regular or if I have questions. Oh, nice. So ruderalis in Latin means growing among waste and weedy. It means grow anywhere under tough conditions. Yep. I didn't enter anything. At Camp Ruderalis, yeah, that's my third place trophy. I got a trophy that year. I've actually, I hate to say it, but I've gotten a trophy every time I've ever entered. So now I'm like scared to enter stuff. The stuff's getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, eventually I'm going to lose. It's going to break my heart. I never expect to win. I usually have to go get my trophy like wearing my pajamas and looking crazy. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube of me getting that autoflower trophy, just looking stupid in my pajamas, just completely. I didn't know none of those people, you know. I went out there with a friend who told me about it and had entered, and they didn't get a trophy, but I did, and I had a big head ever since. That friend is Dream Beans. He turned me on to the autoflower cup, and then I went out and beat his butt. And he has not invited me to a cup since. Ah, the breeder or grower's cup. If there's a breeder's cup, I would love to be in a breeder's cup. Growing is growing. And I do think in the autoflower cup, you got more points if you bred the strain yourself. And it was an original strain that I bred. So that helped boost my points in that cup for sure. Oh, my little one is jumping across the backyard. We got new neighbors at the back of the property here. We just can't wait to see if they've got a dog or some kids or something for him to play with. All right, our last thing is week 1 of growth. Week 1 on this seedling, I'm not going to do nothing to it. In fact, I'm going to do my very best to leave them alone as much as possible. I'm going to keep them in the dome. After they've all sprouted up and got a little head, I'm going to add a little water to the bottom of the tray, not enough to touch the cubes, but just enough to evaporate in there and keep them from drying out. And I'm gonna leave them shut up and alone for the first week. I'm not gonna touch them with nothing. The light's gonna be at about probably 18 inches and 30 to maybe 35% of light strength. And I'm going to just leave them alone like that for a whole week until I transplant them into the next container. And since these are photos and fast photos, I don't have to go straight to the big pot. So during the week that I transplant into the little container, I'm going to go into the big room and prep the pots and plant their cover crop so that as soon as they're ready to come out of their pint or quart containers, whichever one I find, they'll go into their final pots. Their cover crop will already be established. Hi, Tucker. Oh, wow. No, I don't have anything that I grew for flower this year. I'm still doing all these seed runs and R&D runs. I might have one for the auto cup. I don't know. I'm pulling down the tent that's in my bedroom soon, and I tried not to seed everything that was in there. We'll see if I succeeded or not. So if your plant does happen to pop up and it still has that little shell on it, really all you need to do is spray it with a spray bottle and keep that shell moist. Don't try to pick it off yourself unless it's very, very loose. Using water to help soften it will help it be able to push it open and shed it. And if it hangs on to it by one leaf, that's fine too. The inside of the shell has a coating that is beneficial to the plant, so you don't want to remove it before you absolutely have to. And those first two little round leaves, cotyledons, they're called. Hey, I think he found a dog. Let me get him. Hey, Nugget. Nugget.
Nugs is out there. Shit, what do I do now? Nugs making friends.
Come on, eat it. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, he got his wish. There's a new dog moved in next door. Get in here. Chi-chi. Come on. That's his special whistle. He comes right in, but not without his special whistle. Oh, my phone is ringing. I'm going to send that to voicemail.
You got new friends now, huh?
He's got at least one new friend back there. We've got new neighbors.
Nice.
And apparently they've got a little dog, and he's gone crazy at the fence. And he's so little, he slips under my fence in lots of spots. So I have bricks all around the yard, just
Yep.
up against the fence to keep him from sliding under. But yeah, for the first week, I'm not going to do anything with them. If anything, I'll lift the dome and spray it with a little bit of water. I might spray the actual seedlings with water a couple of times just to, make them bounce around and strengthen their stems a little bit. I'm not going to give them any food. I might put a little silica in the water. I know that the pH is higher, but I'll only be spraying the vegetative part with the silica. I won't be soaking the cube. Nugs is a social butterfly. So when you get that ooze, and that happens a little bit, and it happens in some of my strains, it does, like the Pinkman's goo. It's not bad for the bud, but it's not the best part to smoke. It makes beautiful pictures, and people go ooh and ah, but it's actually just sugars and saps from the plant. So if you have a lot of it, I would just suggest you wash it off at harvest. It is water soluble. If it's an outdoor plant, the rain will take care of it. I haven't done a louse strain, but I do have some Maui Wowie from Hawaii, from my recent trip to Hawaii. And those are photos. I need to slip them in this round as well. They're already sitting on top of my desk though. They're in the next to pop position already. What it means when the nodes are alternating is that the plant is sexually mature. Young plants usually come up with their branches opposed to each other symmetrically. And then as for photo periods mostly, as the plant matures, the branches become every other. With autoflowers, a lot of times you'll only get one or two that are directly opposed, and then it goes straight into alternating. The longer you can drive the vegetative growth, the longer they'll stay symmetrical. And the sooner that they go to alternating, the sooner they're going to flower out. I'm feeling pretty good. I still have a little of a sore throat, but I'm doing good. Nice, Jesse. That Ghost Force is a really, really nice plant. It's a Fog Dog cross. And the Fog Dog was really a standout when we did an R&D run. Well, hello, Justin Alexander. How are you doing? It does make it fun to top your mature clones. But clones can come from any part of a plant. The clones that come from the lowest branches will root the fastest. The clones that come from the utmost toppest branch will grow the fastest, will grow in height the fastest. And that just has to do with the hormones that are distributed in different parts of the plant. Curtis says he loves the Force Ghost. Yeah, I don't know how many of those are left. It looks like 3, and then they're gone. Most of those Return of the Windu crosses are about to be gone. And most people that got them didn't even realize that the poster packs means if you get all 9 packs, you can put the stickers together to make one big picture. I've got people who already put their stickers on stuff, and they're all out of order. But it should be obvious if one of these is just legs and the other one is a top half, that the top half should go on top of the legs. I thought it would be, you got them all and you noticed? Good. But I thought it would be obvious, so I didn't say it a lot, but it is that the packs all go together. And it's the same with the Garlylocks packs. I can show you how that works. Each one of those squares is a different strain. The one in the middle is the Windu Dosi Mo. If you get all 9 of the strains, you can put them all together to make the one picture. They were stoned, yes. So the longer a photo is in veg, definitely the beefier the plant and the main stems will be. And as it gets, so the stem will go through a process where it's very green and has a lot of moisture content, and it's pliable. It's actually, easy to bend without breaking. And then the stem, as it gets older, will turn much more woodier to the point that, like, your big autos, your big photos, and even autos, you can use those branches for firewood if once they're old enough. The orange kush cake is a really, really nice one. The orange kush cake is originally from Ethos, so Colin would have the most knowledge on it. But I have done a bunch of orange kush cake, and I have some of those here with me somewhere. I don't know where I pushed that box to. Oh, it's under my chair. I have a bunch of the orange kush cake in here from 2020. I actually could throw a couple of those in there just to see. All right, we'll put it in the pile. It'll be a maybe. It'll be a maybe for in the morning. But once I get them all sprouted, make a little name tag for everything you sprout. So you tag that plant before it's ever born and keep track of the little tags all the way to the end. I, in fact, have my little tag in my jar that I'm smoking on right now. If you look in there, there's a tag. It has the plant's name on it. So the tag stays with it from birth to death. So you need a big, fruity, big budded auto. So I would suggest a few different ones from me. The Windu Cookies 2 is going to be big and fruity. And it's also going to be a pretty tall plant. Windows Dose would be a really good one. The Orange Portal, everybody loves. The Orange Portal is a reproduction from Speedrun, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'm still trying to get my Orange Portal crosses just right. They're not ready to release. I may have one Orange Portal to release with the Skunk THCV, so I might have a Skunk Orange to release soon. Yeah, from birth to cremation, you're absolutely right. The Rum Dosi. The Rum Dosi Deb was amazing. It's gone. And the orange Rum Dosi is gone. Toe tag. Yes. It becomes its birth certificate becomes its toe tag. Absolutely. Troy Stevens is in here from the Caniverse. We should let him jump up here with us before we end the show. We've got about, how much time do we have left? Oh, we got about 12 minutes, it looks like. Let me invite Troy up here real quick. See if he can jump on and tell us about the Caniverse. While we're waiting for Troy to get in here, why don't you tell us how they can get a hold of that flower stack attack?
All right. So more important than product, can I do another announcement?
Sure.
All right, cool. So the thing I have going on my page right now, some of you guys may have seen it or not. If you go leave Pork Chop a tip on the website, you're in on the next spin. If you know, you know. I threw out the other day that I added an 8x4. I got everything today. In lieu of that, it needs cleaned up. Shipping is atrocious. So what I'm going to do, instead of the 8x4 on this current one running, I'm actually going to send you direct from AC Infinity a brand new 3x3.
Oh, wow.
Is that a fair trade? It'll be a smaller tent, but it'll be brand spanking new direct from them.
It might be it's more than fair.
All right, so that's what I want to do.
It might be extra fair.
Yep. I mean, that's so what I'm gonna do is I'll work something once tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a live and set everything up in the yard if it's nice out again and for everybody to see. The 8x4, I think really I'm just gonna have to like use it or discharge it locally just so I don't have to ship it.
The 8x4 is really hard. I mean, it's really hard to shove it back in the box.
Yeah,
To get
like
it
I
small enough
tried,
again.
I like did really good like folding it up, and I was like, oh, this will be good. And then when I put it next, like tried to get it in a box I thought would fit, I'm like, oh no. So in lieu of doing that this time, I am going to switch it around. But to get in on that, just simply go. Can I post up the link in the live here?
Yeah. You got to drop it in the comments and I'll throw it up on the screen.
All right, I'm going to do it from Facebook.
It doesn't matter where you do it from, but
I'm on Facebook watching.
I especially love and appreciate everybody who watches on YouTube and goes back and checks out YouTube. And Steve-O wants to know if you can tag him in it.
I can't tag. I'm restricted right now.
Oh,
I still can't. It says I can get back in groups and stuff. It let me do this with you, but I don't know what's going on. I got to go look at the account status. So either way, the current one that's running to that link right there, it's $1 per. I don't want to say certain words, but I'm doing this one as strictly trying to give back to who put into it flat
Yes.
out. So
Yeah.
the beans and everything on that part, that's how it gets put back. It truly
and
goes
it's
back
it's
there.
very hard to do any kind of a pay it forward, a contest.
Honestly, this is my last one I'm ever doing, and I will go back to 100% just giving stuff away just because of the hassle that people want to create.
Yeah, I do customer appreciation,
Yeah.
which means, like sometimes I do just for a week. Everybody that orders that week gets on the wheel and we spin for a cool prize. Sometimes I do big spender of the month. It just depends on the expense and the type of the prize. I do have a pretty cool deal coming up that this was a prize for a raffle. The last raffle I did, I think, was in Minnesota and had this cool dude as a prize.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's
Yeah. So I do have, I went and got 3 more of these, and I'm going to put these up on the website for people to get. But I have a 4th one that's a special one. It's the zombie version, and that one's going to be April Customer Appreciation Prize. So if you order in April, you have a chance to win the zombie version of the Baby Yoda bong.
See, that's what I'm going to do moving forward. So this next, what I'm going to do, the 4x4 that came in the package, I assumed it was AC. I was wrong. I think it's just a basic 4x4. I did notice a couple pinholes, so I don't want to pass that to somebody else. So again, I'm going to figure out something, but it's going to be a package deal. Aaron Proctor from VVCC. It's Virginia Veterans Cannabis Competition. If you guys are veterans, if you love your veterans, if you only support your veterans, look them up on Facebook, VVCC. I threw out that I'm going to be giving away an S44 light and a tent. That is still happening. That is no more. You can't buy extra spots. What I'm doing for that is this strictly like you just said on the product. Anyone that's ever purchased from me, whether Super Worm Castings brand or Pork Chops, you're already on the list.
Yeah,
so if you want to get on the list, I'm going to make some BOGO deals available to get you guys in that way. But I look at it like that. If that's the game I got to play, then I'll have to my followers and people to support the product and start going that route. Aaron Proctor from VVCC for my next literal giveaway is, bad word. Fuck, pork chop. Don't do that.
Oh, I think I cuss on my live. I say totally wildly inappropriate things. I don't have a filter except for the one that goes on the end of the garden hose for the plants.
The next thing coming up, VVCC has kindly donated a 2-day all-inclusive pass to the campground here locally. So I will be sending out an email through my platform. If you want to because literally anybody in the country can come and enjoy that. Troy, what's up, bro?
Well, I muted him because I think he's got an echo. You want to check it out?
Me?
Nah, he's good. Oh, shit, there it is.
You have an echo for me? He has an echo for both of us. Oh,
Yep.
It went away. See, he's so good at this.
Hello? Is it still echoing?
Let me try.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. They get to hear everything I say twice. Can everybody hear echo, or is it just me and Pork Chop?
Troy, are you listening to a speaker?
Yes, I am. I can switch over to Bluetooth. Let's try that.
That's it right there.
Is that better?
Holy yes.
Good deal. Good shit.
Perfect.
Good shit.
Perfect.
Excellent. I can hear you better too.
Good, because I hate repeating myself when I'm not repeating myself.
I know.
I think we fixed it, Ann. Good evening, TJ. JTTJ says hello, Troy.
Well, hello. Yes. Good evening.
So Pork Chop was just telling us about the thing he's got going on where people can get in on it.
Yeah, I'll be making an announcement and email probably tomorrow with what I'm doing plus going live, and it's gonna be totally there is no more. But if you support the brand, my brand, I even want to do some like entries that for followers and supporters of y'all's brands, whatever. We can all lump everybody in. I want it to be a massive. It could literally go to anybody in the country, and hopefully, just because all my base is up in Ohio, really, if one of them boys, like, it's a 6 to 8 hour drive depending on where they're at, that they can come camp out for the weekend and hang out and just not think, just stare at the trees and enjoy the land.
Oh, that'd be
So
beautiful.
thank you formally, Aaron Proctor, from, again, VVCC, Virginia Veterans Cannabis Competition. Go find them on Facebook if you are a veteran. They are amazing for helping you guys that need equipment. I've donated a couple things, but they are a family of getting guys off the opiates and growing their own medicine sustainably and more healthy and all that.
Excellent.
I vended, but I actually just hung out at the competition in November, and it was not one person raised a voice. There was no, it was pure
Camaraderie.
bliss, man.
Good.
It blew my mind, and honestly, with all the stuff that had been happening then, I needed it. And since then, I've been on the go. So I mean, they're an amazing community of veterans
Almost a retreat.
themselves and supporters. So thank you guys for what y'all do, and I certainly am going to try to get back with the veterans group and one up myself further into this year, because I mean, Pops was Army 13, so
Very cool. What did you serve as?
I did not.
You did not. Okay.
That's why I'm so appreciative of them letting me be part of it. I literally, when I first found him on Facebook, I reached out to a guy, the other co-owner, it's Hank Burns, and I introduced myself and I said, look, I came across your thing. This is what I do. I'd love to be involved. I'm not a vet. My father was. And ever since then, it's like 100%. And they're just the most laid back people, but it's like, they know how to just associate with, I don't know. It's weird. It's just, there's a good vibe that I was around, and I get nervous. I got anxiety.
Yeah. So do
I don't like big crowds. So I had a blast.
Good.
I mean, I can't say enough good things.
No, those are wonderful type of programs, man.
Yeah.
Veterans really need that.
Yep.
So I
Are
work with
you-
quite a few veterans, so I'm actually going to reach out to all of them and let them know about this.
Yeah,
Nice,
man.
nice.
I mean, the veteran stuff is really big to me just because of my pops. My
Sure,
sister was
absolutely.
born
My
over-
family was in the military as well.
Yeah, man. And
Right.
hey, if they weren't there, we wouldn't be here talking to each other right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, not
Plain
at all,
and
not
simple.
at all.
Plain
Yeah,
and
most of my family was military. I always have a veterans discount. Veterans can get a hold of me to on the side. I'll send them out free seeds, anything to help them grow, anything to
Very
help them.
Good.
Uh,
Well, I will
Gotta
put
take
you
care
in
of the
contact with Aaron, Nancy, and you two, Troy. Like, they're phenomenal human beings.
Good, dude.
You
Yeah, I
guys
know.
are phenomenal
I do
human
know
beings.
Aaron Proctor, and they are
Yes.
absolutely great
Okay,
guys.
okay. Very
Um,
cool. Yeah.
Troy, would you happen to be sitting in front of a spaceship landing? Are the aliens there? If you need help, blink twice,
Yes.
or
I'm
do
under their control.
the hand thing.
Save me.
But it does look like you may be out there flying around the Canaverse, and there's some
Yes,
traffic.
yes, it's getting closer. Getting closer.
Somebody ate some shrooms because I hope y'all is seeing what I'm saying. Like, and I didn't see it until Nancy said something. Now I can't unsee it.
The little troll guy over here.
There's one on each side. They're just
Yep. Yeah,
tweaking.
my mom's diamond art. Yep.
Nice. So what's new with Troy? What's happening, man?
Oh, just getting ready to put this Canaverse award show together. So yeah, it's wrapping up here. We have voting's going to be done next week, so we're starting to see the contenders. So that's exciting. So yeah, we're going to be reaching out for asking people to send in their acceptance videos. So I'll be reaching out to you if you're a top 3 contender in your category, and we're just asking for 30-second little acceptance clips to play during the show. So. And we're getting those wrapped up, and me and Alex are working on putting the show together. So we're still looking for some presenters. We've got a couple, but if anybody out there is interested in presenting a couple of categories, just have them reach out to me. We'll get together with the team, and yeah, we'll get it recorded, and it'll be very cool. So we're getting very excited about it, man. It's gonna be a fun time.
And that goes for growers, followers, anybody willing to get up and record.
Anybody in the cannabis
You know,
industry,
you don't have to
absolutely.
be a star or a personality or
Even nominees are welcome. Yeah, we'll have you announce a different category or something. So absolutely.
I keep volunteering Pork Chop because I think he'd make a great
Oh,
announcer.
there we go. We got another
I mean,
announcer.
So, I mean, here's what I'll say, and Nancy
Okay.
can contest to this. I have. Do y'all want to address it? And can I just address something on my?
Please, that's what it's
All
here
right, cool.
for.
Yeah, we're after the 2-hour mark. Those of you who came for the show,
This
to
is the after
learn
party.
and burn, thank you so much. We're gonna get political now, so if you're allergic to politics, go ahead and bounce out. We love you. Don't want to bring any bad vibes on anybody, so if you don't want to hear the drama,
Should
or
we put up our
lowdown,
little a little warning
I
label?
haven't heard anything since. So, like, basically, when I asked to get pulled off of it, that was not disrespect in any manner. That was simply the shit that my hater does hits, and Nancy knows. He's been hitting just my followers, my people.
Yeah,
And it was
going after
and-
the family.
And for the same reasons, that's it. Like, and here's what I'll say. At my point, here's how I operate. At this point, you ain't never done me wrong. So I don't have nothing against you. I have no personal feelings, thoughts. I don't effectively know you. Like, I can't jump on the love or hate bandwagon. And so I'll just deal with you as a human being. And I'm like, why can't more people just say hello? And if you want to argue and shit.
Yeah,
that's
or if you're
fine.
hearing something, come talk to me. There's 2 sides to every story. So.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. Nothing, dude. Since I asked to be pulled, like, it got kind of quiet, but I haven't had anything direct. And I did that just as a precautionary measure because I don't want anybody else to be affected because of the crap that I bring with me now.
Sure. Or
I
your
mean, that's
your
simple.
relationships or whatever. I totally get it, dude.
Yep.
No, I get it.
I could never say anything on either side of the fence. Even if I don't like somebody, if they've never done me wrong or burned me, I'll still talk to you just like a normal human being. I may might not make the offers that I would normally make to offer somebody.
Sure,
But
sure.
Right,
Until you get
right.
to know them. Yeah, you got to give a
But-
chance to get to know people as well, too.
The,
So.
the live stream that Master Rochi made on March 1st hurt my feelings because at that time I knew part of it to be grossly exaggerated and untrue. And then I spent the last 3 weeks, today's the 22nd, this live was on the 1st. I spent the last 3 weeks heavily investigating, talking to all the people that were mentioned in the live. And then I waited until I went to see Master Rochi, Mama Rochi, Kim Cooper, all in person last weekend, and you know, gave them a chance to say something to change my mind. And my mind is not changed. I do not believe cannabis influencers, cannabis personalities, cannabis celebrities, cannabis people with followers should use that following to spread any kind of hate, ill will, or negativity. And I'd like to make a public statement right now, having had lunch with Mo's Indoor Lighting. We met up right after the parade, had coffee, smoked a doobie, sat down face to face. I knew before I went and met him face to face, because I've known him over the internet for a few years, that there's no possible way that he could donate 20 lights or even 12 lights to a situation just to get his name on it. And I also, having known Troy for quite some time, since he started growing my strains, he's checked in a few times a week. I also know that he is in no position to have the electricity or the place to hang 12 or
Yeah,
20
I was
lights.
gonna say,
Yeah.
bro, I'm running a drop cord up to you if you're doing that.
Yeah. I don't even know if our circuit board or our amperage here. Was,
Yeah, he's got extension cords coming from every neighbor.
Yeah,
I don't
generators,
think
everything.
that.
We have got windmills out here, you know.
Yeah. Must be solar power. I'm
Yes.
on solar and I can't do that. But so I knew that parts of it just were blatantly exaggerated and untrue from the very get. That I knew that there was no 12 or 20 lights. I knew that they didn't sell the sponsorship to Minnesota Roots, because I know Minnesota Roots and I know that they reached out on their end.
Yeah.
And I know that the only reason payment was accepted by Master Rochi for that is because Troy's Cash App was down. Now, Troy didn't tell me that, but I went and found that out from Ryan, who actually made the payment. Hey, who'd you pay and how'd that go down? What happened?
And
He
why
said,
did
well, I
it go
tried
that
to
way?
pay Troy, but it didn't work, so I had to pay this other guy instead. No problem. I wish that the people that were out there getting attention from cannabis had the good heart and intentions that they put out to the world and say that they have. I'm not going to pretend to be nice. I'm not going to pretend to be bitchy. I'm just going to be whatever I'm going to be. I'm just one person. I'm just me. I'm no different when I go to the grocery store than when I go to the Grove. It's the same me you get everywhere. And I have, although I know lots and lots of people have, my mom had a phone voice like velvet. She could be screaming at my dad at the top of her lungs, tears streaming down her face. But let that phone ring and it's, hello, this is Charlotte. How can I help you? I mean, I can't make that switch. I
Yeah.
just can't. I'm too self-aware and rooted in my own reality at this point to
And
be
you've
able.
got a conscience.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Dude, that
If you
sounds
call
like-
me and I'm upset, I'm gonna answer the phone upset.
What?
And if you
Yeah.
call me and I'm happy, I'm gonna answer the phone happy. That's just the way it's gonna be. And I try to get my mind, right before I go on these lives, so I don't just sit there and call out the haters and whatever it is I'm upset about that day. And Pork Chop knows we went through it together. We were 3 months in jail together. We could only talk to each other, and it was from the same.
Literally, that's how Nancy and I's relationship started. Was I met some
Behind
really
bars.
freaking rad human beings, because somebody was spewing hatred on the freaking internet, man, over greed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
It's usually
I mean-
about money, unfortunately.
It's-
Well, and
It's
like what
always
Nancy
about
said.
money or fame or recognition. People
Recognition.
think they're far more important than they are.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these people are important. Sorry, y'all. Y'all are not important. The plants are more important to me than the people are. And if
And the
there's
patients,
no
if
plants, there's no
anybody is
people.
important, it'd be the patients and the veterans and the true
I'm
patients.
plants over people. I'm a grower. That's the way it's going to be. Some people are going to be, nobody admits to being prophets first, but there's a lot of people out there that need the money to live. And I get getting desperate and I get trying to make money. I've been there myself when I was in jail for 3 months for Facebook. I thought I would have to shut down the website because I didn't know how I would pay the fees to keep it open. John was in the same spot. We were both crying on each other's shoulders, but through mutual respect and lots of adoration, we both decided that we would, come through the other side and not let one bad apple spoil our whole batch. We scooped that sucker out, tossed it, and if another bad apple pops up, we're going to scoop it and toss it. We're going to do the best we can to keep delivering to the people and giving what we can give, even though other people get upset that they're not the receiver.
And it's the quality products too that help. Absolutely.
And the one thing I'll say is this: like, I want to throw so much of my personal shit into the mix to make people really understand how bad it got hit and what we dealt with, Nancy. But it's over with now. Hopefully, we're moving on. But I will say this:
it was Christmas when Minnesota 3D Printing got their website shut down and all their payments frozen because they were friends.
Yeah.
When a hater says, I'm going to go after you and everyone you know that makes any kind of dollar, and anybody that has any kind of monetization or a website or a brand or even a sticker with their name on it, and they're all going to Facebook jail. Troy himself has been to Facebook jail over this Canaverse thing several times, and those were serious allegations. They shut his whole account. He couldn't even scroll Facebook. They said, we're sending your shit to the FBI. We'll let you know.
Hey, I'm a
15 minutes later, I was back, but yeah, it's happened twice. It's
dude, Nancy went through it with me, man. I've been to the magistrate. I've pissed off and cussed the DA out on the phone in front of my pops because
we've been to the police. We've been to the FBI. We've been
like, I've put FBI files in. I got some follow back with that, but nothing that's actually gonna. Here's my problem. Here's my real problem with that type of situation, and I'm not even talking about my individual specifically or Nancy's individual. When I gotta go knock on fucking doors tomorrow, and I'm sorry, now I'm agitated. I gotta go fucking knock on the door of an 88-year-old woman that lives on a bunch of land that, I was cutting 3 acres for $50. She lives by herself.
It's very nice of you.
I got a family I was helping, a single mother. That's what he fucked up. That's what these people fucked up. I got a half crippled dude in his 60s, lives down the road, can barely walk. And I finally knocked on the dude's door and was like, yo, can I cut your grass? Like, that's the shit he tried to ruin and take from me. And he achieved it. And
when people start messing with your livelihood and stuff like that, they don't know how
it's
serious
not even my
really
livelihood. Like, I know I'll survive with the shit I've been through. I know how much I could truly take.
Yeah, we can go do DoorDash or something. We'll make it. We'll eat. But
Nancy, if it was me, I would Instacart personally. But
okay. I hear Amazon deliveries are doing great, and you just need a car.
People snacks on the way to their house. But those are the things behind closed doors that I don't want to put the information out there in that manner that it is a sympathy plea or that I want the notice to do it. Like, I just do that when I'm driving around. If I see somebody that could use some help and I'm able-bodied to help them, fuck it.
And if somebody gets in the way of that, we get upset.
An hour of my time. You know what I mean? It's nothing to help somebody, and it is what it is. That's the type of stuff that really pisses me off. Is that's how it got affected. The financial, the website hits, the financial shit. I mean, unless you throw a bank account on a screen, it's Facebook. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. Ain't nobody gonna care. So I don't even address it. All I can tell you is that, like, Nancy, I was there. We were both there at the same time. Where it's like, dude, nothing. Like, how do we survive? So, I met you, now Troy officially. Like, the other handfuls of people. It's amazing the people and connections I've met through so much bullshittery and hate. That's all I.
Something good does come out of it, though. Yes, I've noticed that.
I know it does because you watch. This person or people have put me in this mindset that a lot of people have told me, you've done a lot for others over the last 3 years. You're on your 4th year of your brand's business. Do you this year? 2025 is about pork chop. I am being selfish. But I will not take anything away from my followers to achieve my goals, but y'all watch what I'm doing. That's all I'm going to say.
And they will be
And
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
going,
we'll have you
I'm
in there as
saying
a
I'm
nominee
going
next year. I have
big
a
or
feeling.
going home flat out. Like I'm
And
gonna
and
try.
you can give to the point that you deplete yourself. My model when I started the business was to give away 1/3 of every packs. Sell two, give one away. Sell two, give one away. Well, I got a little carried away with the buy one get ones. Like there's one of those going on right now during this live stream. I got a little carried away with the freebies for groups and sending out, you know, testers for commercial grows. And it turns out that
Testers, yeah.
I gave away 2/3 of the packages instead of
One went to
of the
two.
packages.
Whoops.
Yep.
And then, so what ended up was
Time to
I
bring
just
it down
barely
again.
broke even. I paid for the costs and that was it. There was nothing left over. So when the hater come along and shut me down for a month or two, I didn't have a month's rent to ride on because I was just
No
barely
reserve.
making it each
Yeah.
month as it was. And I still don't have like an extra month's rent built up yet or anything like that. But I do have a really good base in Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota. If I need the rent, I just need a ride. I could go up there and get my rent.
Yeah, no, that's good to know. Because boy, being in the businesses that you guys are in, you know, even myself, but I don't. It's not financial for me. But when it's a very it's not very stable. You know what I mean? Or it's hard to plan and budget that. But yeah, that's got to be one of your hardest challenges, I imagine.
Especially when you're a 5-star something and literally verified on all these platforms, and you go to bed and wake up 6 hours later, and you don't have access.
Everything's
to
gone.
nothing.
Yeah, and your stomach just that's.
I,
We could use a little more empathy in this community.
Yeah, we've all three been through it. But I mean, I can honestly say that I've not tried to shut anybody down except for Eric Calloway because he was
He was-
oh,
killing
shit, I
everybody I
didn't know
know.
you was doing
Dangerous.
names,
He
Nancy.
was
Damn,
killing-
man. You
I've been doing name. I got no filter except the world on the hose. I'm a garden hose.
Reporting
I'm
Eric
not
is just
on the
protecting
hose.
other people.
It-
He was going to get everybody he could.
Well,
Oh,
and,
and
and,
he did. He did.
and
Yeah,
the
he did
post
a lot of
was
damage.
in April, I only reported posts where he, you know, called me out by name and said he's going to take me down and everyone I know. I mean, I got to
Yeah.
report that.
My
That's just
live got
defending
pulled
yourself.
yesterday for the sexual content shit, yet this MFer's out there riding around asking who smokes their weed in a fucking crack pipe. You know, I mean, that's the mentality difference.
No, he's
Like,
on his live streams talking about being reported for being a child molester.
Yeah,
and we're
he
getting
did. He
reported
did.
for sexual content.
Yo, he's
Yeah, that's where the
straight up
FBI needs to
some-
go spend some time.
He's on their list.
Good.
He made some really fucking strange comments in public and left it up there for weeks.
Yeah, still up there. Thank you,
Ah.
Jessica, and I appreciate every single one of you that showed up at Grow Your Own Garden Supply in Duluth because y'all literally paid my rent. This February was
That's
rough.
what it's about.
Not to follow back on the Big E, but Troy, you know about his new profile, right?
I don't, so let me get it written down here so I can get it on the list.
Yeah, what did he change his name to? Some kind of gardens,
High Meadow
High Meadow Farms or something.
High Meadow Hemp Company, I believe it is.
High Meadow Hemp, yeah. He's come out as he's no longer Callaway Gardens, and he's come out as another one.
Thank you.
He still has the grumpy profiles, but that's just the way that is. But he's just a small fish with no following who's upset and jealous and can do a lot of damage in his free time because he's up all night. The problem that we have with people like Kim Cooper and Master Rochi is they have big followings, and the Knock Network is a big thing. And I'm so glad I didn't jump ship when everybody from GrowFam went over to Knock Network. Something didn't feel right. I didn't go. I didn't make the scoop. And when after meeting her in person, I'm really glad that I didn't get in on that because I wouldn't want to monetize a person like that. They don't need to make money off.
Trust your gut.
Yep.
And
Trust
you really
your
got to think
gut.
about those decisions when you're making.
If it's not
that's a
your
big
vibe,
decision to
if
make.
it's not your tribe, just
Yeah.
leave it alone.
And honestly, be on the lookout for red flags. You know, when you see a couple of those, seriously, you got to jump
I
on them
don't.
right away.
I
know,
don't look at red flags. I just go by the vibe. If it don't feel right, then I
Yeah.
just keep an eye on it for a little while. And then, usually I figure out why it doesn't feel right. But
But I do have to say
problem
thank
if-
you very much, Nancy. It
if
would have been
you-
so much easier for you to go to Irish Fest and
not
forget
say a
about
word.
it
I know,
and
I
just
know.
do your
I wouldn't
thing.
have got
But
kicked out of the club. I could have rode
No.
the bus, you know.
yeah, no, that took it took guts, and that we need more people like that. You know, just being true to
Yeah.
yourself, and you know, like I said, it's nothing that I told you. It wasn't anything that you didn't even ask me my side of the story. Basically, you went
No, I
straight
went
to
and asked
the
everybody else.
source.
I know
yeah,
all the
you
other
know.
people.
Yeah. So it just, I was gonna say, I felt bad for your experience there, but in a way, I'm not responsible. But it was because of a situation that I was in that it was turned out to be a shitty time for
only
you. But
because Pastor Rochi and I were both hosts on GrowFam, there are our names kind of associated.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know I'm not cool with that. I'm not down
Yeah.
with that. I don't want to associate with that. If
which is, I
if
do
you
appreciate
can't
that.
if you can't use your platform, your followers to spread, something good, then don't use
What was it he told you at the time? It was the way he
It
felt at the
wasn't.
time.
Yeah, I confronted him that his facts were way off, and he said that he had no hard feelings now, but that's the way he felt at the
Those
time.
were his feelings. Yeah,
Those were his
yeah.
feelings. So if
Yeah.
you are going to go on and do a rant, say this is just how I feel. These aren't facts, and don't go report people and block people over it because I'm having a bad day and this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah. And if you have facts, bring them to the table and
Man,
present
if you
them
got
for
receipts,
everybody.
show up with them. And if
Yes,
somebody else shows up with the receipts, then be responsible and own up to it and be like, damn, I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Otherwise, it's
I hold
hearsay
myself
and your
personally
opinion and
responsible
your
for what I say
feelings,
and
or
do.
difference of opinions happen. Creative differences happen. That's all you
It
had
does,
to say.
it does.
You
But
know,
I would
and
do the
we're not.
same to you, Troy. If you go out and say some shit that I know is bullshit, I'm going to hold you personally accountable. And
I
the
would
same
hope so.
with
Yeah.
you.
Well, that's you, and I know you would because I've seen you do it. So yeah. So, and I
For
believe it.
me and who I associate with and who I put my name with and who I hang out with, we all have to be personally
They come
accountable for
together.
what we do.
Yep. You're a
Well, we
tribe
don't
in
have
a
to
way.
be perfect. We don't got to be perfect, but we do got to be accountable for our
Yeah,
actions,
yeah,
and our
yeah,
words,
yeah.
because they can. hurt
Everybody
people.
knows, yeah, and it's you know when you're doing some shit like that. Honestly, you really do. So
And poor Mo, he doesn't know any of these people except for
I
maybe.
know.
he
Hey,
doesn't-
Mike, can I interrupt? I do have to say this. I can back those words up, Nancy, because that man has spent an hour and a half with me on the telephone educating me about electricity. not
Oh, my
trying to sell me
goodness.
his life.
and did and he
sometimes
didn't
it
do
goes
the
right
proper-
over, but yeah, he's an awesome dude.
I mean, for somebody to take that time and not be trying to actually close a sale, but he was literally taking that much time to literally try to maximize every square inch of the 10 by 15 open grow I was trying to achieve.
Yes.
Absolutely, and he'll
You
even
know what I
recommend
mean?
another
And who
brand.
does that?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I had the same conversation with him, and he said, "If I'm out of your budget, this company's great." And so yeah, no,
He
he's
did
all
the exact
about.
same thing. He gave me 4 alternatives from best to worst if
Yep.
I can't afford his product. And I said,
If you're
one
trying to
day
go
I would-
bigger or large, yep. And he's all open room. Yeah, he knows his shit. He really does.
Anybody that's willing to give freely and openly of their knowledge like that to people that they don't even know, I don't care if he's an asshole 99% of the time. If he just does that 1% of the time, he can go be a dick to everybody else as long as he gives his knowledge.
Shares or he gives back something instead of always taking.
As long as he's contributing, then I'm cool with it.
I got 5%, so I might disappear.
I'm
Well, actually,
shrinking.
We're about 25 minutes over,
Yeah,
so we're gonna
no.
let this go. Yes,
But I appreciate
everybody
you having
misses
me on.
GrowFam. Everybody misses GrowFam.
Absolutely.
It was very sad, but there were a lot of different personalities, and it was I'm sure very, very hard for Ash to manage, and with
Oh, I guarantee you.
with
I can't
having a young kid and having a beautiful wife and
A
having a
business.
homestead to build. He just really didn't need the extra grief that came along with trying to provide that much.
Please everybody. And
Yeah, they
it's
still have
a-
amazing, wonderful content. Follow them on YouTube. Follow their page. Motivation Monday is one of my absolute favorite days of the week. I look forward to it every Monday morning.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Is there any plugs? Is there any specific topics you wanted to get out, Troy?
No, not really. Thank you for having me on, Nancy, and thank you for kind of clearing the air. I hope people, and if they see this tonight and they want to reach out, I'm more than happy to talk with anybody, and
And
give them my
Ryan,
versions. But
Ryan
Yeah.
is willing to talk to anybody who wants to know about the sponsorship.
And that helps better when they reach out to
Mo
like
is
Nancy
willing
or
to
somebody
talk
else.
to everybody
Absolutely.
about the light sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'm certainly willing to fill people in with what I know and what's been donated by you, not to you.
And just
I know
I'll
you
just say it right
help
now.
people
There's
out.
been one. We got one $1,000 sponsorship. Thank you very much, Minnesota Roots. You guys are really the basis of this show. Mo's going to
Absolutely.
donate a light, and I did get $100 from 16 categories that were category sponsorships, and that's going to be for the AI programming that we had to do, and some other props or whatever. I'm still going to be putting in some money of my own, but yeah, we will have trophies for all the winners and everything else. Yeah, there was no profit made. Maybe 1 year, but it wasn't this year. So
Never the first year.
Man,
Yeah.
You cap it off as you plan and go on with that. Brain farting, but you watch the support that rallies next year.
I think so. I
As soon
hope
as
so.
you announce
Yeah.
the next one and this one gets through the turmoil and
Yeah.
just
We're going to
complete
fix the
this
problems
year.
that we had with this year to kind of streamline it more. Next year, the nominations will be on a third-party website, so you can go there. It'll have the pending nominees that you can check out. It'll have the official nominees that have already made it, and then it'll have a spot for you to put in your own, and it'll have running tallies and everything. So yeah, we'll come out, and I think we're going to move the show up a little.
There's more
Yeah.
cost involved with that. You have to pay the website costs and
Yep. And see, we had to pay for StreamYard. We got the nice StreamYard for a few months. That was a couple $100. It really does add up. There was no profit made on this show. So next year, yeah, if anybody's looking, maybe wants to be a major sponsor next year, we can start talking, and we'll. But we would like to move the show from 420 because that seems to be such a busy event. For everything else anyway. We're going to think about having it early January. So that means the nominations will move up this year. So if you guys are thinking about trying to get in for the nominations, I think they're going to be opening up around possibly August, around August 1st. We'll be starting the nomination process for a couple months, voting for a couple months. January 9th, Friday. We're thinking maybe for the second annual.
What's the cutoff going to be for voting?
That would be. Don't get me. Yeah, I need a couple weeks for production and everything. So yeah, I would imagine
somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yes,
say let it ride all the way through harvest because you'll get a lot of content out of
Yes.
it.
Yep. And that would be perfect because that would be content from 2025, and we'll have the winners. Yeah, just right around the beginning of the year. So, yeah, I think that'll free it up because like I said, it's so busy anyway on 420. So, give some people to do it in the middle of winter. So after.
Yeah. Maybe the solstice. Jesse says the December 20th, December
Absolutely.
24th. Maybe the shortest day of the year is the end.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
perfect. I see. I
there you
love
go.
the Yeah, if you guys have any input or ideas, I would love to hear it. That's what the show is built by, the community. So yes,
Yep,
any input's
yep.
perfectly welcome.
There was a sponsorship from Mo's Indoor Lighting, who traded one light that
One
will
light.
possibly be delivered around the end of April in
Yes.
exchange for the sponsorship and advertising and commercials during the show and that sort of thing.
It won't even exceed the $1,000 that we were asking. Yeah. It's
No, it's less than the $1,000 for the.
and like I said, we've taken in 16 $100 sponsors, and I will be looking out. And if you guys know anybody, I'm going to be donating the last 4 sponsorships to companies who maybe couldn't afford it, and stuff like that. So, or groups, like a Facebook group or something. So yeah, reach out to me. Let me know why you
Right.
think they deserve a sponsorship, and let's get them on the show. So
I think
Very
Garden of the
cool.
North is already up there. That's who I would recommend.
okay, there you
Yeah,
go.
I got a shirt order with him. He's doing me up a really rad black shirt and a banner swapping for some product.
Yes,
Can't
every
wait.
one of my banners. So, okay, we have 3 spots left. Congratulations, Garden of the North. They're going to get a category sponsorship. So, very cool. Yes, I agree with that one very much.
Yep.
So, good dude. Great prices. Check them out.
I think the first year is always the roughest. I think it's kind of like going back to the hater situation. The good that it brings out, as long as you know how to survive it.
Yeah.
They're literally, when you get that, dude, your only option from here is up. Like, literally, you really can't go backwards.
Yes, yeah, we've had the support's been overwhelming, but yeah, you do when those
I wish
hiccups
I
come
could
up like
get
that.
more
It's
focus.
unfortunate,
Yeah.
but no, I feel we still got you in there. You still want to be a category sponsor, right? I still got you up there.
Whatever doesn't draw
I mean-
any heat.
I kind of told Troy that people really can't drop out. If they got nominated and they got votes, their name's going to get told out
That's
loud.
just-
All right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then let's point this out right now. And
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I voted for Nancy in our category, and I'm also going to point this out. Hey, Nancy, you're the only one that abides by don't wear the band's T-shirt to the fucking band to the concert, man. Like,
Oops.
come on, put your shirt on. What are you doing?
I don't wear my own shirt.
What do we got here? Faith over. What does it say?
It says faith over
Faith
everything.
over everything. I like.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to
Hey,
believe in what you do.
perhaps
It doesn't mean religion, faith. It
No,
means
but
it just means faith. Believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in what you're doing, then do something else you can believe in.
There you go.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect for this this conversation. I love
Yes.
it.
Very fitting.
But I'm still like, I did wear the band's T-shirt to the show.
Oh, me
Like,
too.
I,
And the
I am
hat.
that dude, man.
You're not the only one. Got to represent.
I literally got my first black shirt in the mail today, so I
No, I like. Here, stand up. Let's see it.
Yep.
Stand up. Let's see it. There it is.
Beautiful,
Yeah, I
man.
dig it, dude. Yep. Yep.
That's as pretty as the package.
yeah.
Oh yes. I'm gonna have to try that stuff out. Absolutely.
you got
send
to,
me,
you got
send me
to.
your address, Troy, and I'll get you some samples out, man.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we'll run it on a couple strains and we'll run it through the test
Let me
card.
know.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Absolutely. Hey, can it be used with cocoa?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna use straight cocoa on it.
It is meant for a soil drain, a soil
A drain to waste?
with
Okay,
not-
good.
With not much runoff, so as long as you're not like completely
Leaching.
flooding out what you feed in, you'll be just fine. Worst
Okay.
case scenario, you might be one of the guys that I'll send a bulk pouch, but you'll be one of the ones that makes 100 gallons out of it with cocoa versus 180 in soil. You know,
Okay,
but
okay. Yeah,
it
yeah,
still
yeah.
get you at the price rate. Then I think I get them down to it's either 13 or 14 cents a gallon, man.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow, okay.
it's very comparable to. I'm just gonna give you it, and you.
Is this something that you would use on a pre-amended soil? Is that what it's kind of designed for? For flowering in a
So
pre-amended
it's
soil?
a straight up bloom booster, and I mean, the second you know that plant's pre-flower, confirmed pre-flower, and you know 100%, start
Hit it. Okay.
You can feed it to the last day of harvest.
It's
Pers-
organic, but I bet
personally, I
it looks like
feed-
these ingredients are all compatible with hydroponics.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
so the only thing in hydro, if I can say this, because I need to probably put more education on it, I have a couple water reservoir guys that are testing it. So far on my testing, the only real thing that I say is it will residue the walls.
Okay, yeah.
If you're
Well,
not
I'm
chlorinating your water.
I'll make it fresh and for the feedings for a while because it'll probably be just a couple of plants till I get the hang of
Yep.
it. But
I've
yeah,
got
absolutely.
two guys right now running because they run reservoirs and it takes 3-4 days for it to go down. And
Even that's what I'm noticing. Even with my nutrients, and I use a high-end brand,
Yep.
a very expensive high-end brand. Yeah, and so what I'm doing now is I have an ebb and flow system instead of running it back and forth and letting it
Yep.
I top water,
Yep.
and then when it runs down, I just drain. It's just like I'm using it as a drain. A pump
Drain
out
to
for a
waste.
drain.
you'll be
Perfect.
100% to go with that.
Good deal. Good deal. I'm excited. Very cool. Yes, I'll have to check that out.
And honestly, like we'll talk later on this, but you do stuff very, very clean and neat. So I mean, if you document what you do, you'll literally be the first person I've heard running it like that in cocoa.
Very
so
cool.
all feedback, good or
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
it
Very
out.
cool. Okay, yeah, and we'll get you some catalog picture materials and stuff like that. You can put some some.
I want all
flyers or something
feedback
together.
I can get as well, but really I'm only looking for bad because I've got so much good feedback.
I'm looking for something
Just
bad, honestly.
Let me know if you got a
I just
problem.
did 3 of your plants last night. I did the orange portal, the orange rum dosey dub, and the Gardley locks. And so this time I did it in the ebb and flow with the easy plug. And so I'm going to do the weight versus cocoa here real soon after it's dried up. But yeah, they're all hanging in here, and so far, man, they're almost identical to the other plants in size and weight. So, but these ones did finish up in the easy plugs about 20 days earlier.
Nice.
I am noticing. So yeah, if anything, maybe the easy plugs helped them finish out earlier, and they did use a lot less nutrients. I water
Yeah.
twice a week instead of almost daily with the cocoa. So I was really surprised. Yeah. So
Nice.
very cool. Okay.
Yes, April, go check them out. Tonight is buy one get one free.
There we got another. Matthew says Garden of the North as well. Yeah, I agree. Which one should we give them? Let's go through that real quick, and I'll let you get out of here. So we've got 3 left. Best new cannabis content creator, best podcast, or product reviewer. I think his phone died.
I think it finally died.
Yeah. I'm thinking
I don't
content
know.
creator of the year. What? No, but yeah, best new content creator. I'll give
Yeah,
that.
best new content creator
Very
sounds
cool.
wonderful because they're a new brand and
They are.
they've done really, really well. I
Okay,
love
come on.
everything I've gotten from Garden of the North, and they've been more than giving. I've tried to pay them for things, and they're like, no, we got you. And I'm like,
Yep,
but
yep, yep.
please,
And-
I want to give you money.
I will. I notice a lot of times, don't quote me on this, but boy, if you order something, a lot of times it's in the mail the next morning and on its way. It's very quick turnaround too, as well. So
Very,
that's-
very quick turnaround.
Yeah. By the time you go looking for it, it's on your mailbox. You think about it again, it's in your mailbox already. So save
Yep,
some time.
yep.
So very cool, and that's Kip over there.
Yeah.
The Garden of the North. Yes.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to stay with them in their Airbnb when I went
Oh,
to
nice.
Minnesota. And
Okay.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful couple. Love them to death.
Very cool. Awesome.
Jay said, I voted
for me. Hell yeah. I would too.
Good. Vote for yourself, Jay. Vote for yourself. Unfortunately, with the popularity contest, all of these the People's Choice Awards are generally just a popularity contest, and people get upset because they think maybe their content is better than the winner's content or something like that. And it's not like that. It's the people's choice. Maybe they like that person for other reasons and they voted for them
Yeah.
because that's the category they were in.
And you got to share, and let people know. They will vote for you.
Yeah.
And next year, the voting sites can be a little different next year. You won't have to give an email address. So it'll be a lot easier to go in and vote and stuff like
Right.
that. So
I did
this
share
is
it
the first
again.
year.
So I have shared it twice now. I did share
Good
it
deal.
again
Good
for
deal.
you.
It really helped last time. So
I didn't really want to share and just,
no, I hear you. Yeah, and people get tired of seeing it all the time, but
no,
but
I'm not tired of
Daniel
seeing it.
says he
I
grows
just-
in Canna Cocoa.
I
I was
want
like,
to give
text me,
other
Daniel.
people a chance to share and get votes,
Yes,
I-
yes.
I know I have lots of fans and followers that would vote for me, but I don't need any more votes on the Canniverse Award.
But no, actually, we're starting to see, because of your sharing in categories that you're not even nominated in, we're starting
Yeah.
to see people go first place. Oops, now he's in. So it's changing daily now. So honestly, if I reach out to you, it's because you're in the top 3 or have been, or I think you're going to be real soon. So yeah, it's just a 30-second video. I really like for the people to, for the show, so people can just see what you have to say. And if you're a content creator, it shouldn't be too difficult to put together. Oh, here, tell him to personally. Yeah, here, I'm gonna. Daniel Gale. I'll find you and add you. I got some samples of some cocoa I want you to try.
Anne wants to know that since she voted early, does she need to re-vote?
You can only vote once. That's the way we kind of wanted it set up. We didn't want people blowing multiple votes.
Yeah.
And then we also, if you voted the
But
one
if
time.
you go in there and you try to vote again and it doesn't tell you can't
Yeah,
vote,
yeah. That
then
means it might
for
not
some
have gotten
reason we didn't get your vote, you should go ahead and vote.
Yeah.
But
And if you have your husband's, you just need a new email. If you have a husband's email or a girlfriend or whatever, or a work email, and then the reason why we're recording the emails or having you log in with your email is so you can get a receipt after you vote, and it'll send you an email confirmation, and it'll show you everybody that you voted for. Because we're after the show, we're going to release all the results, not the people who voted, but what the voting results were. So
right, yeah,
yeah, it's
they're not going to tell.
Trying
who
to keep
voted
it
for
fair.
who, but we'll tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who got
will
what
tell
votes.
How many votes each person got in each category.
yeah.
Nice. Which is a lot of work to keep up with, and I commend you for doing this.
Oh man, yeah, no, there's been some sleepless nights, but that's all right. We're in it to win it now, and we're gonna put on a good show. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It might not be the 3 hours, like I said, we're not gonna put a time restraint on it right now since we're revamping it. But 2 to 3 hours, I would expect, and
Yeah.
it'll be on YouTube, so you can rewatch it if you're not available that night. But
Awesome.
it's gonna be a lot
Well,
of
thank
fun.
you so
But
much for coming on, and
Thank you for having me
to
on, and thank
the
you,
19
Nancy.
people who stayed in here to listen to all the
Wow,
the
yes.
lyrical part. I try to keep the politics away from the cannabis.
I know you
probably
do.
Wouldn't even have had this discussion, but the only plants I have in the house are about to come down. They're almost dead. And
Oh,
these
you need to
new
get some more
haven't
plants so
been
you can
there
calm
yet.
down. Yeah,
So,
get some
yeah,
company in there.
I have to get rid of all the negative energy before I bring these beautiful new babies into the world, so it can be all positive for the next few months.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate, like I said, you standing up for what you believe in, and I know that wasn't easy for you, and I know you don't do it often, and sometimes it's good to get it off your chest, and now we can move forward.
Well, if it's right in my face and I know it's wrong, I got to call it out. If I don't
Yeah.
call it out, then I'm complicit with it. I'm endorsing it. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing
you're
with it. And if I don't
not
agree, I'm
genuine
gonna say I don't
yourself.
agree. And I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but
Well, you did your research, it sounds like, and
I did as much as I could. I
you
I did spend
kept
3
hearing the
weeks.
same thing. Yeah,
And
yeah.
all and you know and when I confronted them and they said, well, here Ross has the receipts, so I texted Ross immediately from the event, hey Ross, you got a screenshot of this? And unfortunately he did not.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of old Ross too, yeah, he's still attacking me. 3 months later, I went to sign on to join your what do you call it, your Discord, and I got a message saying, yeah, what a kind of a person I was. You know, it's just it's ridiculous. Yeah, it just doesn't want to stop. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to file.
well, I
for
didn't know that he was in the
harassment order.
Discord. I'm probably
Oh, I
gonna-
think it was on another one. Oh, and then it doesn't matter, Nancy. I went to sign on to my Xbox to go play video games, and he pops in there and he's telling me what kind of a piece of shit I am and how dare I do what I did to the Roachies. You know, so it's just it's everywhere, and
Well,
it gets old. But
it's misinformation, you know. I mean,
yeah.
he's coming from a good place trying to protect someone he thinks was harmed. Unfortunately, they were more than
Yeah.
exaggerating.
And well, the funny part is the Roachies were just as responsible as I was for having him removed because he wasn't doing his he wasn't participating. So you know, it all comes back to it's not easy working with people when you're gonna start a new partnership or a collaboration with somebody. Do some research on them, you know, and really non-disclosure agreements. Very simple to do. That would have saved a lot of effort and time here, you know, and problems. So yeah.
They're
Well, no,
close.
it's Roachies. Trust me. No, I'm kidding. Roshi. I'm not sure how you pronounce. Is it Roche? Roshi?
It's
Roaches?
Roachies.
Roachies. That's what I thought.
But that's not their real names. Their last
No,
name's
no.
not Rochi. But
That's their stage
it
name.
was Kim Cooper that told me I should F off, and I did a really good job at effing off. In fact, I spent the rest of that weekend dropping the most obnoxious comments that I could possibly think of, and now those people have no clue what I'm like or who I am.
Oh, so it sounds like you've effed off before.
I've effed off before, and I'm
And
good at it.
You're still okay. Yeah, good for you. No, that. Oop. I gotta get the right size earbud for this damn thing.
Yeah.
No, but that
All
took
right,
a lot
well,
of.
I've been on here way too long this
Yes,
evening.
yes.
But
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for staying. And come see me next week for the Learn and Burn. And we should have all these little seedlings popped up and start taking care of them.
Nice. Exciting
Have
times.
a
I
good
love
night.
it. Bye.
Thanks for coming, Troy.
Thank you, Nancy.